and that is insane for one DM to do. So I'm having someone be my quartermaster, aka Nick. But anytime that someone, yeah, basically anytime someone says, "Hey guys, we're getting off track. Let's get back to the game," I will be awarding that person a quote unquote boost to their XP for the day.
That doesn't mean in character things. That means like, oh, we're running a joke to the ground. Please end it.
Yeah.
With an axe, preferably.
Okay, guys, we've been off track for a few minutes. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, please feel free to say "shut the fuck up" to basically anyone besides me.
Yeah.
Joe, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, DM. The hell you
Hey,
doing?
negative all XP for the rest.
I just remind everybody of Steve's natural 20.
Everyone just...
Okay, guys.
We haven't even started yet. Fucking
And
Christ.
you're already off track. Seriously.
Well, that's the thing. We haven't even started yet. Anyways,
There's a track to get back onto. We're all doomed!
It derailed at the station.
Doomed!
Okay, go. Just go. Joe,
I'm just laughing. Jesus. All right. So, last week you guys conquered the fort. You fought some things. A lot of things died, and then a wall exploded and nearly killed me. And now you're dealing with the aftermath of that, which is still the thing that is happening. So, there are troops that are still coming outside of the fort.
I'm buried in the fucking whatever.
Yeah, Nick, you're buried, so you can't really do anything.
I forget. Would we be able to see Nick being buried?
No, I mean you would see the wall explode.
I forget who was on his team.
So, the teams are split up like this. Romy, Anna, Nastril, and Azkar are the quote-unquote stealth team. We failed at that. Aurora, Varian, and the Owlbear are the make noise and be a distraction for the stealth team. They were doing fairly well at that because that's a very simple job to do. And they have an Owlbear. So...
pretty pissed.
So, at this point, I believe Anna's on the ground with a crushed bandit.
Yes.
Because bandit surfing was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them are on the top of the 50-foot wall.
Yeah.
And then me and Nick.
Nick is underneath a 50-foot wall. Well,
Pile of rubble
that was a 50-foot wall.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else in that area, or Aurora and the Owlbear both made their saves and are not under rubble. Nick is at 1 HP. And I took 8 damage from jumping off a 50-foot wall. I think that's about where we were.
Yep.
Wasn't there something else about the fact like drawbridge came down like?
Oh yeah, the drawbridge is down again. So we need to hide and get back to our stealth team mission.
Yes.
Problem is, where are you gonna hide? You know, so.
Got a point. You're kinda out in the open.
I mean, is there nothing between the wall and the keep?
No.
Oh.
Valid question, Joe. First of all, are we in initiative order still?
No.
Okay. Can I make strength checks to try to uncover Nick, with or without the bear's help? Actually, let me rephrase
with
that.
the Owlbear's help, considering he saw that Nick went under the rubble.
Yeah. So advantage
Yeah, you would have advantage.
on just straight strength, or is this
Yes.
athletics? Okay. Whee! Hey, that's not
And
bad.
natural 19, so having been pretty much right next to Nick, it doesn't take too long to find him, and just picking up the rubble, it's not that heavy. You just have to dig out for a couple minutes, and the owlbear helping you makes it go much quicker, and you're able to dig up the rubble. He is severely battered, and it looks like one of his arms is very broken.
Lovely.
Fucking Christ. I'm bleeding. I am at death's door here.
One might even say you have 1 HP left.
Don't look at me, I can't help.
I'm
You're the
probably
healer,
just-
Nick.
I'm probably just keeping myself up with just the freaking ethereal sword now.
Mm.
It's fucking cane.
Nick, keep in mind you did use your Azamar healing ability to stop yourself from being knocked unconscious under the rubble.
Yeah.
I wanted to remind you in case you forgot.
Yeah, I said I can't heal myself. I literally holding myself up with the ethereal sword. I said that, not.
So,
Anything else?
plan amongst yourselves. I'm gonna real quick go pee.
Okay.
Okay, well, I think at this point,
You guys have no cover. We have 50 enemies coming.
and
I
Nick's
think-
basically out of the fight.
I think
Nick, you don't
this
have
is what
any
I'm
other
trying to
healing?
say. I'm trying to say
I
that
use my spell
we
slots.
should-
I need 60 minutes to get that.
Shit.
I think
There's no cantrips for healing.
we should get together because with Nick's health,
Hmm.
I mean,
I
me
mean,
and
Nick's-
Steve,
Steve, you're the only person with healing, aren't you?
I have.
I have
healing
some.
now, but that's it.
I have
I've got Cure Wounds and Lay on Hands.
Okay,
So, Aska,
I think this is a
Anna,
point
and
that we have to retreat. There's too many of them.
yeah, we might not have a choice on this, honestly.
Because I don't know what Nick's condition is. All I saw was the wall crumble.
And I don't have any way to let you know.
Indeed.
There's no. You have a clear view now, and you just see me get picked out of the fucking rubble by now.
You keep in
Well, you
mind keep in mind, it is nighttime,
And it's a mile away.
and you are like, a mile away. We went opposite directions of each other on the wall.
Wait a minute. How far does the light cantrip go?
Not far
not a
enough.
mile.
No, because I was going to see if I could use that as a distraction for me and Aurora to retreat.
I mean, I can still proceed forward with the owl bear. You're the one that needs to retreat.
At any
Sorry to
rate,
say.
what I would do in this situation is I would probably reset the ladder that I knocked down when I tackled the guy off the wall and head back up to my companions. This way we
I
can
have
actually-
nothing other than yelling really, really loud.
Oh, wait! I
Wait.
just found something.
Do druids get sending?
Healing light. You have a pool of d6s on your.
Oh, that's
that
right. You have
spend when you merit
the
this healing.
the
Oh, you're doing
celestial
the
pact.
celestial warlock.
Yes.
The number
Yeah.
of dice in your pool equals 1 plus your warlock level. I have 5
Yeah.
d6s.
You can heal then.
Heal, you fool.
I'm here now.
Joe, I just remembered. I do
I
have
saw.
the healing light.
Yeah.
Good job, Nick.
I'm going to roll actual dice. I already have 4 of these, though. So. Okay, 5, 4, 3, and 2.
All ones.
I just said the numbers, so shut the fuck up.
5 through 2 in reversal.
I feel strange.
So I'm trying to do the numbers in my head, and I'm just fucking up right now.
Isn't
14.
there a thing you can only roll a
14.
certain number or something?
No, that's the other person.
Oh, no, that's right. You can only roll a number of hit dice equal to your charisma modifier. But you can do it twice. So,
I can do 5.
yeah.
I have
Damn.
full charisma modifier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, either way, it's...
I already have 5 dice to use.
Yeah. Either way, if it was only 5... Yeah, if it was less, it's a bonus action.
So I have
We're not in
19.
initiative order, so it doesn't matter.
C.
Cool. Alright. I mean... So, like you said, I don't...
Oh,
now,
it's
I don't
third
see
level.
any reason we can't proceed forward.
18. I healed 19.
By the way,
Yeah,
Joe,
make-
while you were gone, Anna climbed back up the ladder
Cool.
because there was a ladder there.
Did you make a strength check?
Do I need to make a strength check to climb
It
up
had
a ladder?
fallen. It had fallen.
To put the ladder back.
Okay, I mean, 15 enough to reset a ladder?
Yeah, you're able to pick it up. It's not that.
I am a paladin, so, you know.
There's always a chance of you not getting it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, Okay, since we just figured out Nick actually can heal, and he just doesn't know his own abilities.
No,
Do we
I,
have
thought,
any
I,
reason-
I thought I needed another level before I get that.
Nope, that's your base level ability. Anyway, should we just proceed forward then? I mean, if Nick or if Anna and their group stays kind of hidden, they probably won't necessarily know that they were
They will
there.
get a surprise round.
Yeah,
It's still 50 enemies is the problem here. Unless they have
I
something.
mean, we did pretty good before.
Yeah, we've been outnumbered this whole time. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, but not by an average.
So it's been about 5 minutes. At this point, the single figure that had come out on the drawbridge is going to walk back towards the castle. But as he's leaving, he's going to dissipate some sort of mist from the castle itself. And it seems to fill the entire courtyard area surrounding the keep, in between the walls and the keep. And the mist itself seems to cling to everything in its path, including you guys that are down near the rubble.
Crap.
And it seems to fill up kind of like a glass in the 50-foot wall vicinity. So as it gets higher and higher, it seems to get thicker and thicker. And it actually becomes harder for you guys to breathe. And I want the three of you, meaning Aurora and Varian, to make Constitution checks. And the owl.
Okay.
Checks or saves?
Saves.
20.
That does matter for me.
Yes. It would.
Oh god, 16. Does that make it? 16.
16 total?
Yeah.
That does not make it.
24?
24 definitely makes it. You're fine. Owlbear is also going to seize up and not be able to breathe as you guys begin to suffocate.
Well, at
Lovely.
least there's a fucking broken wall right there.
There is.
I think it's better if I just start retreating through there.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Gust of Wind to kind of clear a path to us to get up. I can only do this once, so whatever gives me the best chance of clearing out a path.
So you're trying to escape the mist?
Yeah, to get to higher, because higher ground was safe. So
Okay.
can we get to the?
So
How
you're
far
gonna
away
use,
is the
You're
stairs?
going to use Gust of Wind to blow the mist away so you can get to the wall?
I mean, my question was how far were the stairs? Because I remember that. Oh crap! We don't have a wall anymore either.
Oh, only
I
that
mean,
portion of the wall's gone.
you still have a wall. It's just that it's a portion of the wall that got or knocked over.
Okay.
And-
Question is, was the stairs in the freaking way of that?
No, it was not. The
Okay.
stairs were further down, and they're maybe like 100 feet away.
Oh, crap.
But you can barely see them. Like, you're just able to see the top.
I mean, anybody got a better idea for us three?
I have no better ideas.
All right, Gust of Wind, get us as close as we can.
Okay?
Attempt to, anyway.
So, walking through the mist feels kind of like you're walking underwater, and it becomes very hard to move. You're technically moving in rough terrain. As the mist seems to cling to your very legs and just slowly pull you into the ground, or better, into the mist itself. The owlbear seems to be able to resist this just fine, and seems to be trying to hold its breath. But it does try to push forward ahead of you guys. And about 2 or 3 feet in front of you, you cannot see any. You can see slightly above you, but that's slowly starting to dissipate as well as more mist piles in and just covers everything
So is the gust of wind not helping?
at all. Didn't do anything.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay, other group, how are they faring?
We're on the top of a wall.
You guys are
So
on top of a wall, so you do see this large cloud of mist fill up this entire area. Kind of like a sea of cloud almost.
I kind of want to say that we should abandon stealth mission and get to the others. At this point. But
probably the
that's-
best. I don't think we're going to do very well split up in this. So we'd have to start making our way along the top of the wall back towards where they were.
Okay. That's about like 1,000 to 2,000 feet away from you guys, so it's gonna take a little bit for you guys.
Okay.
Can we get up to the wall?
I was
without-
gonna say I'm gonna turn to Varian. You have magic. Do you have any ideas on this? Okay, Arcana check, hopefully.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't. I'm going to say
I
this right
can't
now.
breathe. I can't talk.
Nick can't breathe and cannot speak.
Okay.
You literally hear me choking.
Yeah. Okay, that don't work then.
By the way, what's your constitution, Nick?
0. Mod.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Not
0 modifier.
okay. Shit, that means I don't have very much time. All right, cool. So I don't have a what do you call it? Like a an hourglass in Fantasy Grounds that I can use, but you guys have a time limit.
Okay, hey, how far
And
away
I'm starting a
the wall was?
timer. The wall is
The stairs.
well, it's like okay, the stairs are like 100 feet.
Can
From
we
what you
still
remember.
get to him?
Possibly if you can find them.
I mean, we knew where they were before, right?
Yes, but the mist is obscuring your vision. You cannot see 2 or
Crap.
3 feet in front of you.
So wait, they're still staying pretty close to the rubble of the wall as it was, though.
That's where they would be starting. Yes.
Well, I'm just
So-
saying that they could use that to hug the wall until they got to the stairs.
Yes, if they could see at this point, like
We
the
can't
mist
see either.
Hmm.
Here's a question. I'm pretty sure that you guys looked where the stairs were beforehand to where you would know the general direction of where to go, right?
At least to the wall, maybe.
Well, I mean, like the fact that the stairs would be next to the wall, and you would
Could I make
be.
an investigation check to see if I could try to get at
Also, I'm going to say this right now. It's fine that you made a suggestion, Derek.
Yeah, I know. I'm not actually.
You cannot give others group.
you.
Completely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna lower my sensitivity then.
Anyway, I was going to roll
I was
investigation.
I was basically trying to say that Derek, it's fine that you want to offer suggestions, but that is considered metagame. Considering there is a timer, and I paused it right now because I want to explain this. You,
Cutting out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your headset's dying on you.
Yeah, I think it's
But I get the gist of it now.
Yeah,
I get the idea.
metagaming is very much so frowned upon.
Yeah.
Which actually brings me to a point. Joe, do you want to just put me and Nick into whispers?
I could.
Maybe that would help.
All right.
Yeah.
They're in whispers now. I'm gonna go with them.
Alrighty.
Okay. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna heat up my food because I haven't eaten it in fucking yesterday.
Cool.
So we are walking back to them.
We're walking along the top of the wall back towards where they would be, but we're very far away. They're gonna have way more of an opportunity to save themselves before we get there. By the time we get there, they're going to be choking to death. So, fun.
And before the mist appeared, there were some guys walking towards us, 50 or so.
We roughly knew that there may have been people in the fort around, but I think they may be retreating into safe areas, like the fort.
did we see if the drawbridge is back up?
He didn't
Or is it
say
still
that
up?
it went back up, and
Okay.
now it's obscured in fog. We wouldn't be able to see. Because I doubt it's actually 50-foot high drawbridge. Most drawbridges don't go to the top of the keep. I mean, we can plan out what we would want to do in order to help them if they did need help. And I think we still have the grapple and rope that we could set and drop down.
Alright, I'm gonna eat. I'll keep my mic muted, but I'll hear you guys.
Cool.
I could go ape again and pick one up and climb.
Well, the thing is that we don't need to climb for this.
Yeah.
We can set the grapple on the top of the wall and drop down the rope.
I mean, if they are unconscious,
If they're unconscious, I'll change things. What's your constitution modifier as an ape?
I have to look that up. Monster mule.
Because if you're going to go down into that mist, you're going to need something with a high con. Or something that has a...
14.
What?
14?
Oh, so it's a +2
+2.
modifier. Sad thing is that I would be better base just going in. I do have an idea. There is something I could do to make that quicker. Because I am a Azamar. Lily, how's Romy looking for Constitution? If you're actually there.
Totally forgot I was muted. My bad. I've got 16 constitution.
So you and I have the same con.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking. If they're unconscious in this mist when we get over there, let's not bother with the rope so much. Like, we'll throw the rope down, mostly for the owlbear's sake, but you and I may need to activate our protector ability, fly down, grab them, and pick them up.
Okay.
What's your strength like? Because you're a
It's a
monk.
17 actually. It's not awful.
Oh, that's good. That's good. You should be able to lift one of them fairly decently. I'll go for Aurora just because a barbarian will be heavier set. So we're kind of playing to the strengths.
Okay.
But that's what plan I would come up with because that's about the only thing that I can do.
I could cast Spider Climb.
The problem is that the big thing here is that we need people that can move in and out very quickly and have
Yeah.
decent strength. Your climbing speed is going to be hindered heavily if you have to carry an unconscious person. Whereas flying is not as hindered by carrying someone. I don't have anything else going for me that would help.
I don't think I could carry them as a bear.
I mean, a bear is pretty strong. They have an 18 strength.
Yeah, but carry them?
I mean, you could carry one of them easily.
While climbing up a wall?
Your climbing speed would probably be reduced very heavily, is the thing. Because I'm thinking, in order to carry an unconscious person, they can't hold on to you, so you have to keep a limb holding them to you, which would be pretty hard to do and still climb. An ape would be better at climbing with someone than a bear. A bear would be okay at climbing with someone if they were conscious and able to hold on to you. but I also don't know how long they really have.
I think if we are there, they will need to be up or are choking to death.
Right. I'm basically planning on us getting there and them being unconscious on the floor.
Hi, press that. Sorry. Did I miss?
Not much. I'm just trying to work out, like, I know you have. You're not Circle of the Moon, are you?
I'm not.
Yeah, so you wouldn't even. I don't think you'd be able to be a bear.
I can be a black bear.
They're a lot
Yeah,
smaller.
a black bear.
They're a lot smaller and a lot less
I
sturdy.
know.
So
So the best way
I
I
think
could help out with is spider climb or as an ape.
what I
That's
would
all I could do.
what I would recommend is that uh you set the rope with a grapple and drop the rope down for the owl bear. Hopefully the owl bear will maintain consciousness. Romy and Anna will use their Azamar ability to transform into a more angelic state, fly down, grab the two unconscious party members, and bring them up. We're not going to be able to lift a bear. Or an owl bear. Like, that's ridiculous.
I don't think my chickens will help
I
some
don't
way.
think your chickens are going to be very useful for this. Somehow, I don't think chickens are very strong.
Yeah, they are not.
So, unfortunately, just because of how quick we're going to need to be, I don't think your druid stuff is going to be exceptionally helpful. The biggest problem is that you can't do anything with a fly speed right now.
He's attacking something.
Yeah, he is.
Or he has tied a rope to a
Or he's
javelin.
tied a rope to a javelin and they're trying to do it that way.
I could fawn whip them up 10 feet, but I doubt that will help.
You could what?
Use fawn whip to pull them 10 feet towards me.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to help. Plus, what's the range on that?
Alright, 30 feet, so not
Yeah, you
that
have to
many.
go halfway down, or yeah, right around halfway down the wall in order to use Thorn Whip. And you're damaging one of them in order to do that. Might not mean much for Aurora,
Oh.
but Varian's pretty fucked.
I somehow get the feeling that Varian is down already
I mean,
because of the lack of roads he is doing. Or is not doing.
I think they're doing something here. I think they probably tied a rope to a javelin and threw it up. Well, we're too low level for anyone to have third level spells, so sending isn't really a thing.
Yeah. You think detect magic is worth it to spend 10 minutes?
I mean, I could cast detect magic if I wanted to. I don't think that helps. We're already fairly certain this is a magical fog, because it came from a guy that was spellcasting.
Yeah.
I don't have any spells that would help them aside from healing. He didn't update his thing. Okay. I was looking at the combat tracker to see what Nick's health was at. I think he said he got 14 back.
I think he was Half-Life after that healing. I think
Well,
he's at
he'd be
90.
at 20 missing out of 35, so he still needs healing. Aurora has some damage, but not much. I'm only sitting at 8 hit points missing, so I'm fine.
I don't have
I
any
took
friends.
I took no damage.
Yeah, I was the only one I think that took damage on our side. Because I jumped off a 50-foot fucking wall. Like a goddamn genius.
It worked out.
It did.
It
Way
was
better than I
unnecessary,
expected.
I have slow fall. So I
Yeah.
would have taken no damage. Should have told me the plan. I'd have jumped down on it.
I didn't want you to get hurt for my stupid plan. My character is very much about, if I'm going to do something stupid that might get me hurt, then I'm the one that's going to do it because I'm not going to have you guys risk your own lives because I came up with a dumbass plan.
This was
Holy
ridiculous.
fuck!
Are you
It
alive?
happened.
Fuck that mist! It can go die. It just
So
go
all you
backwards.
guys see as you're walking towards the rest of your group, the mist starts to swirl in the center towards the drawbridge, and you can see shapes moving in it. And these shapes seem to almost swim in the mist as they go towards your party. And then a massive wave of the mist rises up and slams against the wall where you knew your friends were as you're about halfway there. And it just continues to tidal wave against the wall over and over as more and more of these shapes start to move towards your friends.
Oh, joy.
Oh,
Are
fuck.
they?
Let's gonna see the more of these shapes, or do we only?
We just got out of there.
You guys don't see the shape.
Okay.
So are they out of the mist or still in it?
We're out.
Literally, as you're about to get there, they get out of the mist.
Okay.
You just
I
see freaking carrying
say-
the theme freaking pulling
Okay.
Immediately, I'm going to run up and, cure wounds on Varian because he's still looking pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Who
There
else
does
needs?
look pretty
I mean,
fucked up.
I don't have much, but I have healing hands. Does anyone else need it, or is?
I mean,
just
I'm
focused on
missing some, but not much. I'm also a tank.
13 HP to Varian.
Okay, that's good. Now
Yeah, I was gonna say one thing. The only person that actually looks like they're in trouble besides Varian would be the owlbear.
Then I'll use healing hands on the owlbear. I mean, that's not a lot.
It's what?
So?
4 HP is not a lot, but
I think it's only 4.
yeah, it's your level.
Yeah,
It's your
Yeah.
level, yeah.
that's fine. He nods and thanks you.
Sorry, it's not more.
So is
He shrugs.
the battle map different now? What's going on there?
Battle map.
Yeah, on the party sheet, the order thing.
We're not gonna be using that today.
All right. I'll just get
Oh, we
that.
switching over to the tabletop sim style?
No, me and Nick haven't even set that up yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just
Also,
freehanding
this would
it.
be a little bit too crazy to just implement right into that.
More like there isn't going to be combat this week.
Fun.
Oh,
That's interesting what you've thrown at us. All right. We'll
Well,
see what
we
happens.
currently just have a giant mist of death. Slamming
Nick,
against
have
the
you
wall.
not actually updated your Fantasy Grounds character sheet with all this healing that you've received?
Did you not see that my wounds is 3 now?
No, it says 34 on the combat tracker.
The fuck? What?
Well,
It's
combat
not
tracker isn't.
because it's
Yeah, combat tracker doesn't update.
Okay.
Until like a turn goes.
Because you guys aren't in combat.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, so
However,
you're...
at this point, Nick and Aurora, you would see more of those shapes.
Oh boy. Does the mist seem to be outside part of the wall, in the outside part of the walls, or is it just
No.
still contained?
It's just contained within inside the walls.
Fuck, we have to fucking leave.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
not well enough equipped to take on a fort.
not with whatever that
he was
is.
just talking about that mist.
Well,
Nice.
we can wait out the mist.
Maybe.
It's battering at the walls, and it's already freaking part of it is already destroyed. The structure was going to be.
Hmm, fair.
So,
Let's go back out again.
Yeah, you gonna say, Joe?
Joe.
Joe.
I think we lost him.
You died.
Ah, he's gone. We need
The
to
mist
yeah.
consumed him.
Yep, he
He
was swallowed by the
I'm
mist.
back.
Hey,
I'm
he's
back.
back.
Alright,
Damn
that
it.
was weird.
The mist- the mist
I don't know why that
consumed you.
happened.
We
The mist
thought that-
consumed
yeah.
you for a bit.
Okay. So I assume none of you heard the things I was saying.
Nope.
No, all we heard is
Awesome.
no and dead.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll start over.
Shenanigans.
The mist does seem to be calming down as all of you have gotten up onto the wall. But more of those shapes seem to be moving towards you guys, and some of them have actually reached the stairs. And as one of them breaches through the wall of mist, you are met with one of the most disgusting sights any of you have ever seen.
Oh, joy.
I've
It-
seen worse.
It looks sort of like an inside-out person.
Ew.
Aw.
They don't have skin, and all of their muscles and skeletal system seems to be inverted in a way where their bone is covering over their muscles.
I'm going to
And-
Eldritch Blast it immediately.
Would their bones be inverted as well, where we would see the bone marrow instead of just the bone?
No,
Damn.
it would the bones would actually look kind of dark brownish.
Basically, it's more of a carapace than an actual. It's an exoskeleton rather than an endoskeleton.
Yeah,
If people were bugs, basically.
pretty much.
And it is also very, very not alive.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast that shit. Fuck that thing.
Go right ahead.
Fucking Christ.
Buck
Oh.
said we're not allowed to attack it.
I don't
How
think that
far
hits.
away is it?
It hits. Doesn't
Oh.
really seem to be wearing armor.
How wide is the top of the stairs?
All right.
Probably 5 feet.
I want to interpose myself at the top of the stairs and block their movement.
Okay.
And I will bonus action Shield of Faith.
So the Eldritch Blast goes right through the chest of this creature and leaves a gaping wound, and it just falls under the stairs and dissipates into nothing but mist.
The purple mist?
The same kind of mist, yes.
Crap.
Oh,
I don't know
God, that
why the
fucking-
frickin' display is like that.
What the fuck?
I am casting Shield of Faith on myself and guarding the top of the stairwell.
Cool. So, you see more of these shapes come out from the mist, and more of them seem to be more humanoid in shape than others. However, one of them seems to be child-shaped.
Oh, it's a nightmare mist. Fucking Christ. Can I make an arcane check now?
Sure.
Okay.
Now that you've caught your breath.
Now that I can breathe and not have to lift up frickin' two heavy people.
You've never seen anything like this before in your entire life.
Well, fucking Christ.
22 is a dick in the face, apparently.
More like you guys have never heard of a mist that can produce mist monster things.
As one of them gets within 10 feet, I will make an attack with my whip.
You don't even have to make an attack roll because it hits and immediately decapitates and then turns the creature into mist.
Would I be able to tell if these things are... I want to tell if they're more illusion or real physical things.
Make perception check.
A fair thing to ask me to do. Don't know. I fucking
Like,
don't know.
You're pretty sure those things are the most living things in this.
Would my arcane check would have been able to tell that, or is it that fucking weird?
It's more that the entities from the mist are more of like an extension of the mist itself. But you've never seen anything like this, so you don't
So I
really
can't tell
have a
if it's
feel.
illusion or a conjuration.
You can't tell.
Oh, can I use my last spell slot, apparently, and detect magic on these?
You may, and you do.
What school of magic is this?
It's 3.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Necromancy,
Kind of figured.
illusion,
Figured.
and conjuration.
God damn it, it's all 3.
Oh,
I don't like
my-
this.
This conjuration. That thing is. Yeah, I'm going to just keep blasting away now.
Oh shit, wait,
Well,
is that?
I don't think we could just sit around and keep.
Oh, that goes
attacking.
with Shield of Faith.
So you see a much larger shape in the mist coalesce, and it actually goes above the head of the mist, standing roughly 60 feet tall.
Oh,
It looks sort of like a giant.
Oh.
Is that you, Jesus?
No.
Who the hell is Jesus?
You.
Varian.
Uh,
Varian says.
would it? I don't think Varian would quite count with that.
No, Varian says to freaking Astro.
Oh.
I was just like.
Yeah. Anyways, so large form in the mist moving towards you guys.
I think it's time to run away.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, Anna, Oromi, a little help stuff?
what do you need help with? What am I doing?
Getting us off this fucking wall and flying.
Awesome. Yeah.
Don't we have a grappling hook?
Oh no. There's something about Anna and Oromi. They can actually fly.
Yeah.
They use their
We.
ability.
I would use my ability and.
Start burying people down.
Well, here's the thing: to fly down a 50-foot wall, and then fly back up and ferry people. Even if there's 2 of us, we're gonna put a rope. But I could take 1 person to make it quicker. Basically, anyone who's not good at athletics checks.
The owlbear looks at you guys, and back into his owlbear form, and walks up to Aurora, opens up its bare arms.
Like a hug?
More like to carry you.
Okay, I mean, I can do that, but I'm good at athletics. But okay, sure, why not?
It picks you up like you're a sack of potatoes, and its back explodes into feathers as 2 very large wings sprout from the owlbear's back.
What the fuck?
He
Oh,
glides
no.
Okay,
down
then.
from the wall onto the ground.
Okay,
Should
Dude,
have
this is like.
just ride on his back and
What the
attack the
fuck
giant.
was that potion?
I think I have a friend.
Alright.
I'm just blasting things to keep us, giving us time before that thing gets.
I guess when I transform, I'll grab Askar and fly.
Thanks.
Okay.
So the owlbear lands on the ground, and immediately his wings go away.
Thank you.
Okay, so the rope is down now, right?
I'm saying that in
Yes.
character to the owl.
I'm going to grab it and fucking just rappel down the wall.
Okay. The owlbear does not respond, by the way.
I assume that Romy would take Nestor at that point,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which just leaves Nick.
who's
Oh,
climbing
yeah,
down a
I
wall.
gotta, like-
So,
Yeah, I got
Nick,
14
I'm going to ask you to make a dexterity check.
Okay,
Because as you're about to leave the wall, the
I can't make an athletics.
The not yet. As you're about to leave the wall, the large shape in the mist starts climbing up the wall,
Oh,
great.
and his head comes over, and it is what you could not possibly have imagined. It is a miniature cloud giant.
Damn.
God damn it! Please be good.
His eyes pierce your very soul, and you can see parts of his face aren't formed properly. He does not have a beard, which cloud giants are known for, and he just reaches up and tries to swat at you.
Oh, does a 14 make it?
Is just 14, no bonus, nothing.
No bonus.
It does not make it, and you are literally swatted off the wall by a cloud giant.
Oh,
I'm
fun.
going,
Aromi, save me!
Can I say that?
you watch as your friend is literally shot pucked off the wall.
Like, if she drops me, I do a dexterity check to see if I can do a rolling land to brace the impact, and then
So first of all, this is just going to be 50 feet of fall damage because you're just getting pushed off. The actual impact doesn't do damage. So
It's the thing is, was a Romy flying down at the point?
Yeah, I was already flying down.
yeah.
I'm just going to say this now. He's going way too fast for you guys to be able to catch him.
Alrighty.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Bye. Have a wonderful
So
time.
you guys watch as he goes like 200 feet away from the wall.
Yeah.
Fun.
I'm gonna start walking towards that.
And you take 21 points of damage.
God, thank you for the heals, though. Ugh.
I was going to do that to whoever was last.
I
Fuck
should have
you.
made me last.
Or
Good thing I didn't say
one
I
of
wanna
the
go
ones
last.
that can fly.
I mean, but then again, I got 6 plus. Oh, fucking never mind.
Okay, I am 24. I'm at 24 damage out of 35. Varian is not having a good day.
So
you're
as soon
not.
as I put Askar on the ground, I'd be flying off towards Varian.
So looking back at the wall, Varian, you can see the cloud giant is still looking directly at you. As
Get
the
him off.
as the wall of mist comes out from the gaping hole in the wall, and more cloud giants are coming from said hole. However, these are growing in size. There are 2 of them coming from the hole, and the one behind the wall is still climbing up, just looking directly at you.
I fucking hate everything right now.
Okay, well, I think the best bet is to get away from the wall.
Go,
maybe.
I'm going to get
Run!
up. Am I so fucked up that I can't really walk and run?
You could try.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get up off the ground now after being tossed 200 feet from the wall.
How close are we to the wall?
You said 200 feet.
The rest of us.
Yeah,
not
you-
very in the rest of us.
Well, probably like 30, 40 feet.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to shout out, run!
Yep.
I could fly. Does someone want to fly with me?
Just keep taking the freaking.
I mean, I'm already flying directly towards Varian anyway.
I mean, I don't think I put Nastral down, so I would just be fine with.
Yeah, I'm gonna book it.
Yeah. If we're all gonna start booking it, I could probably keep running since I'm pretty light on my feet.
I'm going to get up and try to run now.
Okay, so you guys start running away from the fort. One of the cloud giants stops at the wall and starts picking up the rubble and throws one of the rocks of rubble towards you guys.
Oh, of course it does.
Awesome.
So I want Anastasia. I want you to make a dexterity check.
Anastasia.
Hey,
Anastasia.
And Astriana.
Yes.
It,
Astriana.
it's a save.
Yes.
Cool. Nope.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
fucking shout out in the air.
You're getting hit.
Yeah, I kind of
It's
figured.
gonna hurt.
Ugh. That's not good.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. You take 20 points of bludgeoning damage as a giant piece of rubble smacks into your side.
Yeah,
That's
she
much
smacked out of the
painful.
air.
You are smacked out of the air.
Ouch.
Can I get
She
back
close
up?
enough for me to help up.
I mean, you can both try to pick up your broken bodies.
I mean, I could easily just lay on hands and heal 10 of that immediately.
You could.
So I'll do that and only be at 18 damage.
Okay.
You see, you keep saying breaking your broken bodies. You didn't tell me what to roll.
What do you mean?
You said you could just.
No,
try to
from
lift
when
it
you
up.
fell, 50 feet into the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm not saying that you have to make a roll. I'm just saying you could try to pick up your broken bodies, as in like it was a joke.
Okay. You saying that?
I would have said make. I would have said make a check.
Okay, so just keep going. I'm over 200 feet. I can't freaking shoot with the damn Eldritch Blast that far
Nope.
yet.
I was gonna say yeah.
Oh,
You gotta take
man.
an invocation for that.
Are they still following us?
One of them is. The other two seem to have stopped at the walls, and one of them is still picking up level.
I think we
Seven.
should lead that one out and fucking take it down, just to piss him off.
Oh no, my crossbow can shoot that far, but at disadvantage.
Do you really
Okay.
want to take the time to do that?
It's an action. It's to just shoot. It's not movement.
I'd be using my action to do extra movement.
I got tossed 200 feet ahead of you guys, so
He has a point.
It's on you. Your character, your decision.
All right.
Doubt that hits.
Well, you do. However, it doesn't matter because a tiny little crossbow bounces not off, but almost through. It feels like the impact doesn't matter to this misty form of giant.
okay.
Uh,
So magic can be used. Well, fuck that.
Fire.
Everyone use. Everyone just dash action the fuck out.
That's what I'm dashing as far as I can.
Yeah.
60-foot
Okay.
fly speed.
And
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
spread out.
I'm doing that.
So all of you can make dexterity saves
Come on, please. I don't want to get
as
hit
you're running
again.
away from a
Ah, an 18.
large cloud misty giant.
This is in 17. Oh.
Dexterity, check or save?
Save.
I have that safe.
17. Oh, save?
Yeah, I'm not worried about Roby.
Mm.
17.
God
Okay,
damn it.
well, a few of you are fine. A couple
Yeah,
of you
yeah.
are not.
God damn it.
She
Bullshit.
got smacked out of her hands.
So, Varian, you did not roll yet.
I said 17.
Oh,
I rolled
I did,
17.
I did not hear you.
He rolled physical dice.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So
Even
in
though it
that
didn't
case,
hit me last time.
Nastril, unfortunately, as the rest of the group is running away, your roguish-like nature seems to fade from the presence of a giant, literally a few feet away from you, as it tries to kick you. I'm just gonna say make another dexterity save.
You know how it's gonna be like a fucking 1.
Or 12.
Okay, well that's better. The giant swings his misty foot at you as you just barely duck under it, and you sprint away as fast as you possibly can. The giant does not give chase.
It just wanted one last click at you. Fucking Christ.
God damn.
Get off my lawn!
Who the fuck has magic this strong?
I mean,
Fucking
yeah,
just
the equivalent of old man Jim.
dash out.
So
Dash
I will mention that all of your attacks on these creatures hit them, but it's missed, and you're basically just splitting air.
Yeah. I kind of
So-
got the feeling that when I didn't have to roll to attack the one, it doesn't matter if I hit them, they will always be coming because it will just turn out more because they're mist constructs, which are basically it's air that is being formed into looking like something.
Basically. Also, I should mention that anytime that those things touched you or touched something else, it didn't really do anything. It just felt like you were being touched or hit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, you getting hit by a cloud giant probably should have killed you, but it felt like air pushing you with the force of a cloud giant.
So like freaking 60-mile-an-hour winds just, but in a direct area hitting you.
Yeah. Fucking Christ.
Basically,
Still,
Would I have caught up to Varian at this point?
you would all be in a group at this point, yeah.
I'm going to slap 10 points of healing hands or lay on hands into him.
All right.
oh god.
Weber.
What? I I now have 14 wounds out of 35.
Whomever.
Fucking Christ. That was just.
I'm assuming we're safe now.
You guys are about 100 or a couple hundred feet away from the edge of the forest, and a mile out from the fortress. So yes.
I think we should leave that to someone that gets paid more.
Okay, we gotta tell what the fuck happened with that to the freaking employers.
Yeah, they have a combination of necromancy, illusion, and conjuration in that.
Let alone to have goblins and humans working together in that fortress.
That too.
I don't even think it's goblins working together. I think they just kind of are under their what's under their thumb.
No, the guy specifically said last session that it's like I just get paid to work here, and like he just says like it wasn't like he had any say about the goblins being there. So it's either the boss has that, or there's a deal with the goblin leader, or whoever the fuck that thing is. But anyway, all in favor of fucking getting back to town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Where the fuck did we fucking ended up in the forest though?
I'm gonna roll a d8 and tell you. So you guys ended up going northeast of the fortress.
Northeast.
Oh boy.
So we need to get
West by northwest.
Well, aren't our horses still by that trail?
At the beginning of the forest, not in the forest.
Yeah, it'd be at the beginning.
Well, at the start, didn't we say like the Owlbear say like the fort was towards the north, so we kind of went to the opposite direction of where our horses are and shit?
Yeah.
No, the horses didn't go into the forest with us when we
But
met
they're
the
on the trail.
owlbear. They're at the
They're on the main road.
they're on the main
We have to
road.
get to the main road.
So the owlbear at this point is gonna look at all of you and claw something into the tree. It doesn't seem to really make much sense to any of you. However, Askar, considering you can speak slightly with animals, having had a close relationship with your chickens, you can make out that the owlbear is basically trying to say goodbye.
Oh.
Well, that's that.
That's it.
I'll Can, as far as we know, can he understand us?
Yeah.
You think?
Okay. I'm gonna say thank you for your help. Sorry it didn't work out for us. We'll try again another time if we can.
We killed a couple of them,
Mm.
so I mean, I guess.
Good. A
It
bunch of
blinks
them.
unemotionally at you and starts to walk into the forest.
He's a broken man. Owl bear.
Yep.
Man, bear, pig.
No, not pig, just man bear.
Man,
Bird.
owl, bear.
Man bird bear? Man
Sure,
bear
why not?
bird?
So I guess we just head west onto the trail and then get the horses and head back to town.
Yeah.
Pretty
We're
much.
fucking too fucked up to do much of anything now.
We need to rest and recuperate and
And report what the fuck just happened over there.
Yeah, but at least we still got cash from getting all those goblin ears and shit.
yep.
With some, but
And
not
those,
much.
well, cause like we went to the fortress and still killed a couple of them.
Yeah, but we don't have the freaking heads that we needed, the bandits.
I mean, we collected some of them.
We got goblins for sure.
I'm gonna say make a, I guess a survival check to see how many you have got.
Survival.
I mean, didn't we get them off of every goblin?
We got them from the previous group of goblins, yeah.
I'm not carrying much. Fuck it.
That'd be everyone makes that?
Well, people who killed goblins, so yes,
Oh wait, what? We're doing
I
survival.
killed two.
survival.
That's what I know. 7.
Steve, you almost didn't do
what's
so
my
good.
modifier for survival?
I mean, that was Romy that just rolled.
7.
Oh, it was Romy, you're right.
Wait,
Plus
what?
4.
You got a 19.
Okay.
And 11.
Yeah.
So total goblin ears you would have gotten overall would be around 30.
Whoops.
So technically 60 if you want to take both ears.
Alright. Of course.
Oh boy.
So that's collectively amongst all of us.
That is amongst all of you, yes.
So yeah, you could probably just write that into the party sheet.
Party sheet.
Well, the DM has to do that. We can't actually edit the party sheet.
Did you
Got
say
it.
60?
Inventory. Goblin ears.
I mean, we killed a couple of bandits too, but that's about it.
But we didn't have time to frickin' take their heads.
Taking a head is a lot harder than taking an ear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the 2 goblins that I killed off the wall jumped off the fucking wall.
Yeah, but you went down there later.
Yeah, under rubble, and then suffocating mist.
I was
What
gonna
time
say-
did I? What time did I have to cut off fucking ears?
I was
So
gonna say,
there's no way for me to add goblin ears into the party sheet without having to make a parcel, and that would take time. So
Couldn't you
someone
just-
So I just put it in notes.
someone just put it in notes that you guys have 60 goblins.
Alrighty. Got it.
I got it.
Okay, Lily's got it.
Let the note taker take it.
I mean, since we haven't been paid yet, you could put it under GP. Goblin points. I don't know.
Ha ha ha.
I mean, you could go into your inventory and just make a goblin ears thing. I don't
Yeah,
actually
that's
need all this copper, silver, and electrum space used up.
Yeah, who needs that shit?
I actually put in an area for each of them, but I know you don't use them, so
Anyway, how long would it take us to get to the main road, then back to town?
Great point. Well, considering you guys are in the north end of this field, and it took you roughly a few hours to get beyond this point, you estimate probably around 2 or 3 days? Go back to town?
Wow.
Oh boy.
How fast would we be on horseback?
Half that.
does everyone
We
have a
two
horse or
horses,
just
though.
2 of us?
I can cast some kind of horse and transform myself into a horse. So that helps a bit.
I mean, that would help,
When
wouldn't it?
someone rides on your back, that means 1, 2. Everyone can get on a horse.
Well, keep in mind that a horse can usually carry at least 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Depends on how
there's
big
eno-
of a
there's
person.
yeah, I'm saying there's enough for everybody now.
Yeah.
And no one's a hulking Goliath on this team, so it's like, yay, we can fucking go. The thing is,
Oh.
Asgard can only stay in
2 hours?
So that just shortens the trip. I think
We should probably save that for whenever we all when we all get back to the horses.
I mean, I have a question. About my speed.
your speed.
Yeah, and I can't remember where it is now. Fuck.
Oh, your monk speed.
Yeah, it says after 2nd or 3rd level I can add 10 to my speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would I have a speed of 40 instead of 30?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So then couldn't someone use my horse and I'll just walk? Or I don't know what a horse's speed is.
A riding horse?
Riding horse.
Riding horse, got it. Speed of 60.
Oh, okay.
Horse
so
is
it's
faster.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Same
we
for a war horse, which is what I would have.
I think war horses are 40.
Nope.
We're debating
I'm
too much.
literally
Let's
looking
just
at the
say
war
we just
horse.
let's just say we take the 3
Either
days.
way,
Let's just take the 3 days. Why are we debating?
I mean, it's not going to change anything.
Yeah. Anyway, the question is, who's going to freaking stand watching what's the watch order going to be when we rest while going back to freaking Feldmast, was it?
yes. Okay.
I mean, we have a half elf, don't we?
I don't think we have an actual half elf, and half elves don't get the trance ability. It's only full elves.
Oh. Do we have an elf though? That's what I was trying to
No,
figure out.
I
Like a
look
half-elf.
like an elf, but I am not one.
Ah,
I look
okay.
like a half elf, but I'm, still an Asmar.
Yep.
Alright.
So who has first watch?
I'll take first watch.
I help him.
I'll take a second then.
I don't mind taking second with.
I'll take fourth. Whoever takes third.
I could take third.
How many watches do we have total?
4.
Okay.
1 for
God.
2 hours.
This makes it feel like goddamn fire watch in basic training.
God, that was terrible. Anyway,
Okay, do we have to make perception checks to make sure we don't get, ambushed at night?
Yes.
alright. Is everybody doing at least one watch?
Yes.
So does
Yep.
everybody make a perception check then?
Yes.
Nope.
Grab it. There we go.
Good thing
Firmly grasp it.
There we go.
Damn it, Steve.
Good thing I'm
I'm
doing
on
first
second
watch.
to last watch, so
Okay.
Is anybody
so
doing it with you?
I want to know whose watch is what.
I'm second, and Lily was second.
Yeah.
I am third.
I first.
Oh, I thought I had first. Or is
No,
it
you can
You
do
guys
two.
were both on
Together.
first.
Okay, yeah.
Steve, which one are you on?
Third,
Okay.
as I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who failed.
You
Yep.
are the only one that failed. Hour 5 and 6.
By the way,
Alright.
we can do
No,
hit
okay.
dice on short rests, correct?
Yes.
At bare minimum, I get to do that. Cool.
Yeah. Actually, I will throw a hit die.
Problem solved.
I'm good.
So for the first night, you guys are fine. Following the
Yay!
road, it doesn't take long
Oh, nothing
to
happened.
actually reach the main road.
Fair enough.
Which there are several rest stops along the road.
Hey Joe,
Hey,
hit
guys.
the long rest button for the whole party.
Yes, please.
I did.
No?
Oh, well, my hit dice haven't restored yet.
Well then, allow me to do that then. I might have to do it twice, I guess. Weird.
What?
It's not-
working?
It's not working now.
Okay, well, can you do individual then?
I can do individual. Just give me a second.
We'll see if that works.
I mean, I know the individual works. It's just
That's code
Okay,
2.
I did.
You could talk about everything is happening. So you were saying as we traveled now?
First night's good. Second night was doing fine. Something about
yeah. Each of you don't find anything on your watches. Steve, you actually fall asleep on your watch, but nothing happens, so you're able to pass it off as if nothing happened.
Fuck you, Hannah. It's like he doesn't tell us anything. It's like we
Fall
don't
asleep
even
in
know.
the foxhole. I see. What a shitbag.
You don't know. You were asleep.
We were.
Anyways, so second night, it seems to be completely clear. None of you have any complications. There might be a couple of wild animals here or there, but they don't really take any notice to you. The main road is also much safer. There isn't any major crime here. It's usually on the side paths, such as in between roads, between one main road to another, or whatever, or untraveled forest paths that are laid. However, the several rest stops you guys pass by, they're mostly just roadside inns or roadside taverns or whatever have you. Some of them are lively, one or two here or there might be dead in the water. There are a few guards that walk along this main road. Most of them seem to have decent-ish armor. They have medium armor, so chainmail and some leather in there as well. for the most part, you don't see many other people along the road as you're walking. Even the odd traveler here or there doesn't really pay much attention to you guys, except for maybe if they catch sight of the Triton, but that's about it.
Like, what the fuck?
They're not used to seeing a fish walk around,
On land.
but the second they pass by you, they don't really say much else besides,
Like, they just stare, like, what the fuck?
Who the fuck are you?
What the hell kind of language is that?
blub blub.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
Wait, you don't see that?
I don't know that language.
I also don't either. What is that?
Only 2 people know that.
Hey!
I'm guessing that's primordial.
Yes.
You would be correct.
Ah.
So we're able to get to, we were able to get back into town without problems. Thank Christ. Okay.
So reaching Feld's Mast, the outer walls aren't very high. They're maybe like 10, 15 feet tall. They're mostly wood palisades with stone supports behind them. The actual wall itself seems to be slightly dilapidated in some areas as well. The town inside, however, is very lively. The main roads are brick and mortar, so they're very well maintained. Most of the guard in this area seem to be attentive and alert. They seem to be enjoying their jobs almost. And reaching the front gates, there are actually several people waiting to get inside the town. And it seems like you must also wait your turn in line.
So, that job was a shit show, and no amount of information was going to save us from whatever the fuck that was.
Indeed. We need to gear up if we're gonna take that on.
And just know how to dispel magic at that. Ugh. That thing. Who has the? I don't know anyone that would have the ability to do magic like that. We've 3 types of magic, you said?
Yes, it was necromancy, illusion, and conjuration.
3 schools of that are just terrifying in their own retrospect, if you think about it. All mixed into one huge spell. And those explosive bird things. I don't know what the hell that was. That. Whatever
Weren't
that is
Joe, weren't
not
the birds
special.
purple too?
They had a purple aura around them, but they weren't.
So similar to the mist.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Who? We had no. There's going to be no information about this person, definitely, that any of us would ever come up
No.
with.
No, unless I look around. The fun, not so fun way actually.
I don't know. Maybe it's so old. Could I have had anything before or not?
No, I doubt it. Especially since we were just given a mission to just get rid of 2 separate camps.
Yeah.
Turns out they're both the same thing. That's not a good sign, meaning information about that changed between when we got it and when we got there. Oh boy.
Or they never connected the dots.
That could be possible as well.
Well, the question is, where were the sources of the emissions?
Well, one is from Feld's Mast, that would be the bandit one, and the goblin one is from Tristdale, the one near the ocean.
Traveling
The
to
ri-
there is going to take a bit, but might as well get rid of the tell the employer from Feldmast.
So I don't know if you guys can see the world map at the moment, but
I
I'm
brought
drawing
it up.
Okay, I'm moving the circle from the forest to where Tristdale is.
That one. Got it.
Oh, okay.
Where is the world map? Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay.
How did
What now? Oh. Well, did we already talk to the guys at Phil's Mast?
We're talking to them now. We're waiting to get in.
I was gonna say, you guys are currently at the gates of Feldmass waiting to be allowed into the city.
Feldmass was definitely closer.
Yeah.
The thing is, we also should probably. Would they have potions in this town? We'll probably have to wait to make an investigation check.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We have to get in
Mhm.
before we can start looking around for what
so
supplies.
do you ask that question out loud to your group?
Yeah, that was just out loud.
Okay.
Actually, that's a good question. I'm a war hero from Feldsmast.
Are you trying to be stealthy about the words you're saying?
What did he say exactly?
He asked if the
basically
potions.
talking about all the stuff. Yeah, it would have been like more of a hushed whisper, really.
Okay. Well,
I
in
wouldn't
that
be
case,
talking about like random shit like that so wildly in the open, especially since a lot of people are suspicious of magic.
fair.
I forget about that.
And just having someone who knows a lot of magic, like that would seem suspicious in their eyes. Thing is that still have to tell the employer what the fuck happened.
So, just as an FYI, the majority of the people waiting at the gates seem to be traders of some sort and variety. The few that are near you seem to be traveling on their own or with a single other assistant of some sort. And most of them have light to moderate amounts of cargo with them.
So, do they have anything in particular worth of interest?
Is anyone looking at us oddly, or do I need to make a perception check?
Make a investigation check first, Derek, and then I'll tell you if you need another perception check.
Gotcha.
For the majority, you can't really tell what they really have in their wares, considering it's contained within boxes and crates and stuff. But some of them have open air carts, and you can see produce of much variety. There's wheat, and potatoes, and all the different types of vegetables and fruits.
So it's more of the consumable. Got it.
Yeah, consumables.
Nothing of worth for me.
There are some cloths.
Okay.
No.
So can I make my roll for seeing if anyone's spot or like looking at us oddly?
Go right ahead.
Investigation, you said?
Perception.
Yeah.
I'm yawning a lot. I don't know why.
Plus 4. Let me
Probably
just...
because I'm tired.
19 plus 4.
Yeah. So looking around, you can see that there are a couple guards. Not really looking at you suspiciously, but like eyeing you like there's a group. They are armed. We're watching you.
I nod to them politely and calmly.
I wink at one of them.
I face palm.
Are you doing the face bomb?
No, that would grab
Okay.
too much attention. I'm not an idiot.
Okay.
I-
So you wink at one of the mana?
Yes.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion or seduction?
Which one got replaced?
Persuasion because
Okay, yeah. Seduction then. I thought it was your intimidation for some reason.
nope.
It did not work.
So
You're too
looking
far
at them,
away.
they look kind of oddly at the group, not having noticed that you were there at first, and then just like not recoil, but like looked a little shocked and then turn away from you.
They're shy.
Varian just shakes his head and is like, looks to Aurora and is like, help me.
And my suffering.
Joe,
Yes.
I want to take my chickens on my shoulder, if you allow it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume you've been carrying your chicken.
Yes.
How long is this wait going to last?
It's a pretty long line. Like there are probably like 20 or so people in front of you, and each of them has to be inspected and all that kind of stuff.
Let me just make sure.
Roll patience.
Which one's that one?
I don't have that skill.
Wisdom.
That would definitely be wisdom.
I got a nat 20.
What a shock! The immortal Asimar has patience.
I don't.
She got flustered after a failed wink.
That's it. I'm gonna go start flirting with the next trader that's closest to me.
Who happens to be female.
Does not matter.
All right.
God damn.
So walking up to this trader, they're talking most likely with their partner of some sort next to them, and they're looking through their wares, making sure that everything's in order and making sure nothing's missing or whatever. And she looks over to you and says, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Oh, I'm just passing the time, and you looked lovely today.
Looking a little odd at the compliment, she just kind of tilts her head and says, "Thank you," and goes back to sorting her wares.
Okay, I'm going to make
She's
a
not
wisdom
into
save
it.
to not laugh at this.
Awkward seduction. Well, you don't laugh.
You just chuckle.
But it's like you can see his freaking
You-
him trying to keep
you
a
are mildly
smirk from his
amused.
face. No, you see him trying to keep a smirk off his face. Oh god. At least I didn't have to facepalm again.
Mm.
Oh man.
I feel like there's a story behind this face palm.
He has an actual like spell that's called facepalm.
I've been debating about making it involuntary.
Oh no.
So whenever you face palm, it's heard by everyone within 600
I have to make a
feet.
wisdom save just to not use it.
Basically.
Well, good thing I made some good wisdom saves. Oh, good thing my wisdom is high. Oh.
Well,
fuck.
you can obviously voluntarily use it, but I'm debating about making it involuntary.
It would be entertaining, except in freaking sneaking situations. Then it wouldn't be involuntary.
You just don't face palm.
I'm guessing by now we're practically at the gate of the city in the line, like we're practically ready to get in.
After about an hour, the line has gone down about halfway.
Oof.
Barry just looks at everyone's like, should we get a drink before we go meet them? I just don't care anymore.
There are other people now waiting behind you as well. And they
It's-
perk up hearing that they can skip ahead.
I've got this in place yet.
And I look at them and stare them down if they think they can skip ahead.
Aw, drats.
I was gonna roll a intimidation check.
Intimidation.
I could give all of you some berries if you want.
That's still not a drink.
It's something.
It has juice in it. You could wait a
fine.
few months for it to ferment. The line might dissipate by then.
A
Uh,
couple years, man.
It would probably be more entertaining than standing in line.
Alright, so
Sure.
after another 20 or so minutes, the guards actually start going up and down the line looking at each of the carts and then see you and ask what business you have inside the city.
We were hired to do a job and we're reporting in to the... Damn it, what was the name of the guy who hired us?
Do we actually get a name for the guy who hired
No,
us?
Joe never said that.
I mean, I didn't give you a name. You
We
took
were
the
hired
job
to-
listing.
We were hired to take out the bandit problem.
And
So,
it is a huge
quests in this world are dealt with much like how other quests are dealt with in video games, where there is a job listing on a notice board. It does not say who the person is. It's just report to this place when the job is done.
So a guild.
Basically.
Okay, so we just report to the guild, ask them who the proprietor was, and then go talk to them about it and see what information they got out of that. And see what
Or
Yes.
explain the situation that it's fucking failed because
That-
the situation is much worse than what it was said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So the guards actually look at you and say, "Ah, so you have business with the guild then?
Yeah.
Indeed.
If that's the case, we can actually let you through on the side entrance. You don't have to go through the main gate just to enter the city on business like that.
That would be
This is
lovely.
This is the main merchant entrance to the city.
So we're like an hour and 20 minutes.
For that. Interesting.
Okay.
Well, now you guys know there are other entrances to the city.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I'm
So,
going to need a drink.
The guard leads you towards the left side of the main gate, where you can see there is a guard outpost, and he lets you go through the main door of that little, almost like a guard station thing.
Hmm.
And there is another door on the other side, where the door is open for you, and you walk through the palisade where there is a walkway on the inside of the wall, and you are led past the gate to the main thoroughfare of the city. And like I had said, the roads here are bricked and mortared, so you can clearly hear the clicking and clonking of hooves on the bricks as many horses make their way through the city.
Would our horses be able to get through here?
Yeah, it's big
Okay.
enough for horses.
Awesome.
There are also plenty of people out on the streets just walking to and from their businesses. It's not a very large city. It's maybe 2,000 or 3,000 people at most. But you can see there are quite a few shops and storefronts near the center of town. And the town is sectioned off like a big cross, where at the very center there is a bunch of stores, and on each branch of the crossroads has either residence or a church of some sort. But there is also a small moat and bailey off to the right or north, or no, southeast of the city, and you guys approach from the southwest.
Okay. So, go report to the guild and explain what the fuck just happened.
Hmm.
Who's coming with me?
I'll go with you.
I'll
Yeah,
also
sure, I'll
go.
go.
You can
I'm gonna go do
Well,
a bit of
actually-
shopping.
I think I'm gonna wander off and see about getting some information through the net.
Okay. Just
Okay.
Don't bring too much attention to yourself.
No promises.
I say
hold on.
to the
Is
freaking.
anyone going with Nastro?
It's best if I
Nope.
go alone.
I want to go shopping.
Well, now I kind of want to go with
I
them.
mean, I'm not good. I'm just putting from past experiences.
I'm just
Is it
highly
right?
recommending that it's best that I go alone.
So just throw him into whispers.
Pretty much.
I mean, I could, if that's what you would
Okay.
prefer.
I mean, yeah.
So the way I'm actually going to handle this, whoever is going off on their own, go into a different voice chat, because I don't want all of you to be in one voice chat if you're going off by yourselves.
Who's coming with
whoever-
me shopping?
Me.
That would be Askar.
Someone go with him, please. Someone
Uh,
find
well,
me a
I'll-
quest.
I'll go with Aska then, because we're friends and we haven't seen
Yeah.
each other.
I'm just going to be explaining the situation to the freaking guild.
I'll probably go with Varian because I would probably know him the best at this point.
I mean, I'm also headed with Varian because that's part of my quest. So
And group splits.
Actually, that is a good
Yay.
point. Didn't we have the Goblin group too?
yeah,
Or is that the same thing?
That is another town.
that's
Okay.
another town, and that would be Nastril and Askar,
Yeah.
And myself.
and you. Okay.
Okay. So, to the guild we go. Oh man. So there's a
Oh,
front
yellow
door.
brick road. It's actually more beige.
Of course, freaking yellow bricks are expensive. Anyway,
They don't have time to paint all that shit. Anyways, so following the main road, the center of town is sectioned kind of like a bullseye on a dartboard. It is circular, but there are also like several stations think of like what's a town from Witcher 3?
I don't know.
Nossengard or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Where it has that big
That's the
big yeah. It has that big
town.
merchant area in the middle of town. Basically like that. Where there's different shops circular around the main port. And you actually see a few merchants that were at the town gates here. Some of them are bringing their wares to their shop fronts. A couple others are just walking through town. You do see guards walking to and from each way to get into the merchant square. If you remember correctly, the the guild is on the northwest portion of the city, basically right along the path. Like it should be one or two buildings down. It's not that far.
Okay. That was
So
the most terrible day I've had in a while. I've been around for a
Things
while.
seem to like to hit you, especially big stone things like to hit you.
Or magical things. It's like this entire year has just been kind of bad for me. Oh man. We're probably not going to get much pay, let alone there's probably going to be a lot of things going bad, especially when they hear platoons of baddies were in there.
Yeah, this isn't a small problem.
This is a huge one. I don't think this town will be.
So
How do they have that many people? Is the problem, and not be noticed?
They probably don't raid the town or make a whole lot of trouble for it.
Probably hide in their ridiculously fortified keep.
Keep in mind, we didn't see a whole lot of actual bandits outside of the fort. We only saw the goblins,
Mm-hmm.
which may or may not have been affiliated.
Or are affiliated, but they just do their own thing when they're not working there. We have no information
by the way,
to
you
go
couldn't.
on.
Just FYI, you couldn't see much of the platoon, so you didn't see if it was all bandits or maybe a mixture of bandits and goblins, or all goblins. Though you assumed it probably wasn't all goblins.
Yeah, it's definitely not all of them.
I mean, from what we fought on the wall, we have a fairly decent idea that it's mix.
It's mixed,
Yeah.
but mostly bandits.
Well, we actually got mostly goblins, didn't we? Well, the second.
No, you got mostly bandits.
Well,
The
we
first
got.
time that you encountered them was mostly goblins.
Yeah.
That was up on the walls. However,
Well, no, we.
The second group was.
The second group that
Yeah.
attacked the stealth team was mostly goblins and one bandit.
Yeah.
And it was four
The
bandits.
The opposite side was mostly bandits and a couple goblins.
Yeah.
Yep. Too bad we couldn't.
The ones in the courtyard were mostly goblins.
Yep, we couldn't get heads though because the wall got destroyed and all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have been
We didn't
noisy
have time.
because we did not have time. Oh man.
Takes some effort to decapitate someone. Anyways, getting to the guild, which is a 2-story building with some fancy-ish design on the front side. It seems like the door is made of sturdy oak. Knocking on it, someone immediately answers it. It is a fairly tall man with a balding head and grayish hair. He looks at all of you and says, "Adventurers, I assume?"
Yes.
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 And we have some bad news about that bandit job.
Come inside. You'll have to wait in the waiting room while one of the proprietors comes in to assort you.
Very well then.
Very well.
So coming in, it's much like a business office where there is a desk with a secretary. It seems like this person is the quote-unquote doorman. And there are actually quite a few people in here already just kind of waiting.
Is there a
One
guy
of them-
on a piano playing ambiance music?
No, but
Darn
there is a
shame.
guy with a lute playing ambiance music.
Close enough.
What piano? uh,
Pianos
shit's for
in the
noble.
4th century. Shit's for, like, the aristocracy. Anyways, so waiting in some rockety chairs, you look around and you see that most of the people waiting here are fellow adventurers or other such wanderers of some sort. A couple of them seem to be kind of battered up. They have bandaged up wounds. A few of them actually have fresh wounds, even where they're still bleeding. One of them has a bag that has lots of blood all over it, and you assume that is some sort of claim. But most of them seem to have either completed or waiting to complete their missions.
I'm tempted to heal a few of
Yeah.
them.
I was gonna say the ones that look like they're still bleeding, are they looking really rough or?
No, they like open wounds. I mean, like a small gash on the arm.
Okay,
a
When you say
bruise
open,
or things like that.
whenever I hear open wound, I'm thinking huge ass wound.
They're not dying, but they're banged up.
And I'll just save my healing then.
yeah. If it's something that looks manageable.
I'm not gonna just go out of my way to just go. You're an idiot.
So you see a couple of the proprietors behind the desks start calling numbers, and you look down at your seats, and you actually see that your seats are numbered depending on where you're sitting. And it seems like the actual room is laid out where it's like an S almost, and the more seats there are filled, that's what number they call next. And it seems like most people move once someone is called, so you keep getting pushed further down.
All I could think is freaking musical chairs.
Nah, kind of, sort of.
Deli Mart.
Yeah, I'm
What
thinking
was
more
that?
Deli Mart.
Deli Mart.
Yeah, Deli Mart. But with seats instead of just a shopping cart.
Standing clusterfucks.
Yes, because standing clusterfucks are annoying as fuck.
Yes, they are, and I want to punch everyone who does that.
However, the proprietors call seats pretty quickly, and within like 5 minutes, you're called up. And the proprietor at the desk is a thinly elven man with long blonde hair, fairly dirty complexion, and not ragged clothes, but you know he's not a ritzy rich man. But he does have some air of nobility about him, even though he probably shouldn't.
Okay, excuse me.
And he speaks up and says, name and mission sent on.
Anastrian Anilo, mission of bandit cleansing.
Can I see the job listing?
Yeah, I assume we would have the job listing on us.
You do. You
So
would
I-
have the parchment that it was written on.
So I hand that over.
He looks it over for a few minutes and then starts scribbling something down on a piece of paper and says, so how many bandits did you acclaim? I don't see any bags on yourselves.
The mission was a bit more complicated than originally
So
thought.
I'm assuming mission failure?
Mission failure.
Yes.
On
He
the
takes a
ground,
big stamp of red and just puts failure attempt on the job listing and then throws it in the trash or a pile that you assume is trash, and starts writing out a new job listing and says, when you get to the guild posting board at the inn, please put this back up and someone will be along to take the job again. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Oh,
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
yeah. Who was the one that commissioned this job?
He looks up and says, I am sorry, but I am not at liberty to say who commissions such jobs.
But you might want to, because whoever goes out there next is probably going to get themselves killed.
If you have a complaint, you can bring it up with the resources office upstairs.
How long a wait is that gonna take?
Well, they're on their afternoon brunch right now, so I would assume probably 3 hours.
Yeah,
3
fuck that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go get a drink. someone else can get killed by freaking over 50 bandits.
Yep, not a problem. Screw it.
Yeah.
Be happy to have
Not.
fun with that army of bandits in that freaking forest. He just walks off.
Okay. So going off into the wild again, you can hear the dull voices of proprietors calling more numbers as you guys walk out the door.
It's fucking DMV all over again.
It's
God,
basically the DMV.
God, I hate the DMV.
God, I hate
You know
DMV.
what? Everyone on the planet Earth hates the DMV. All right, I am gonna go over to Nashville because he is more interesting than the other two. But you guys have the chance to talk amongst yourselves.
I want to know what they're talking about now.
Okay. I think. We just gotta warn the guards now to watch out.
No, we
Keep an
don't.
eye out. No,
They're
just,
not strong enough to take care of it. That's not our problem.
No, was
I
saying that-
highly doubt that group of bandits is going to risk attacking the city, especially a larger city like Feldsmast.
The problem is that magic caster. You saw what they did.
I
They could.
I don't think he can take on an army. Keep in mind, this was the seat of the rebellion.
I'm not. I'm not even concerned. Although he might be a nice tutor for magic.
If he doesn't kill you.
I'm saying that in character.
No, I said that in character.
Okay, I'm just
And they
making sure
don't
you're
fucking
aware.
murder you. We don't even know what they are. Did anyone get a good look at them?
No. I may have tackled a bandit off the top of the wall.
Oh, that's great. You
Very
went bandit surfing while we were suffocating. Thanks for the
Actually, it
assist.
was before you were suffocating.
Barry
Close
just
enough.
like stares at her. Is like, why did you tackle a bandit off the wall?
He was at the top of a ladder. I wanted to get him off the ladder. And I figured it was a great way to take out two birds with one stone. I was fine.
That was an entirely stupid idea.
Oh, I know. I mean, at least it was my stupid idea and I was the one who carried it out. I didn't ask anyone else to do it.
Can I?
Why you're a paladin as opposed to a barbarian is beyond me.
Because I swore an oath to be the sacred champion of my god?
Speaking of gods, Varian, where do you get your magic?
That is a need-to-know basis. Though, do not worry. It's more of the good aligned.
Fuck you, fly.
I just imagine Anna just swatting you fly away.
Very well. I'll go find a bard.
Let's just hope
A
they don't
bard?
introduce you.
You know, music, lutes and stuff.
Huh?
Is that too complicated for you?
No, I just thought it was odd that you want to find specifically a bard. I would expect you not to find something that sounds like a bard, but without the D.
I need that bar now.
Yeah, actually, I could go for a drink.
I was gonna say they're probably gonna be the same place.
Very
More
likely.
than likely. Oh boy. I can't believe I was the one who got utterly annihilated that day.
Just out of character. You guys do remember I'm doing the barbarian warlock, right?
Yep.
Our characters
Okay.
don't know that.
Hello. So,
Hi.
Aurora.
I'm just saying.
Okay, Slim.
Yeah.
Does your character still have thieves' scan?
No.
All right, you're losing a roll.
That's fine. I was wondering why that hadn't happened yet.
Because I had forgotten about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait,
You
do I
giving it
have
to
that?
Nastral, I'm guessing.
No, I do not. Okay.
He's
Making
probably
sure.
giving it to Nastral.
Nestor's a rogue. He has thieves' cant.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that I don't have it on my weird menu thing. The rows.
No, you shouldn't. If you hover over Thieves' Cant, if it shows a circle with a line through it,
What?
if you hover over the Thieves' Cant channel, it should show a red circle with a line through
Oh
it.
yeah, because you can't. You're not supposed to. You can't go in it. Yeah. It was originally who was it? Me and Nick and Lily, I think, were the original owners of
Yes.
that one.
And then Lily taught me when I leveled up and increased my intelligence, so I got it as a
Yeah, so
wizard.
you got in too.
I got in too because I was a wizard, but I knew Thieves' Cant because I knew a thief friend.
Yay! I've noticed something. Every single wizard that I've done though so far has shit for intelligence because that's just how it's lined up, honestly.
Because you do it mostly as a multi-classing thing rather than a
Even then,
main class.
I mean, keep in mind with the one, it's only a 16. The vampire, it's not the main focus. It's an
No.
addition, so it's not supposed to be as strong. My lizard wizard will be pretty good though.
Actually, my lizard knight will have a pretty good intelligence too.
Really? Oh, that's right. You're doing the
Eldritch Knight. They
Yep.
use wizard magic.
That's right. I forgot about that.
He'll have the identify spell.
Dude, that one, I'm sorry, but the Eldritch Knight
just
is
left her
fairly
note.
broken in comparison to some of the others.
I just left a note for public that the guilds are basically the DMV.
Especially if, like, it's really broken if, what's the highest level spell you can get?
4 as an Eldritch Knight. You only get
Okay,
4th
that's not
level
that
spells
bad.
because they're quarter casters.
That's still not that bad. How many spells do you get, though?
Not many actually.
Because you don't have a spell book.
You don't have the spell book. You're not actually a wizard. You just use the wizard
Yeah.
list. Let me get to fighter. Here he is. Eldritch Knight. You would get at most 13 spells.
That's not too. That's not actually that bad.
You would have 4 first level spells, 3 second, 3 third, and 1 4th level spell slot
so
available
it
to you.
specifically tells you. Oh, slots.
Yeah. And you would know 3 cantrips.
That's not too bad. What do you get? The first right off the bat, you get what? 2 cantrips and a.
2 cantrips, 3 spells known, 2 first level spell slots
That's not
at
bad.
level 3.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
You also, at 3rd level, when you get all that, you get the ability to bond to up to 2 weapons that you cannot be disarmed of, and as a
Yeah.
bonus action, you can teleport them to your hand as long as they're on the same plane of existence as
Yeah,
you.
that I remember. That I thought was kind of neat.
So
Dude,
it's really
could you
good for the fighter
imagine-
that wants to throw a weapon, teleport it back to his hand, and extra attack, throw a weapon later on.
Dude, that would be awesome to enchant a weapon to make it like a Thor's hammer type thing.
And now I'm
So it does
thinking
lightning
about-
damage?
Dude, no, because I was actually gonna do like a throw. See, sadly, there's no like overly powerful hitting weapons for because I was actually gonna do a Thor's hammer type thing.
I mean,
but
keep
can't
in
do the
mind that
throwing.
the DMG has has tables and all the things you need to make your own magic items and even artifacts.
I mean, fair.
So you could make Mjolnir an artifact. It's a warhammer, but it has the thrown property. It can be thrown so many feet.
Probably about
Can it-
20 would
Can
be
an Eldritch Knight bond with artifacts? Is the question.
if it's a weapon.
They can bond to up to 2 weapons. Give me a second. I went past it. At 3rd level, you learn a ritual that creates a magical bond between yourself and one weapon. You perform the ritual over the course of 1 hour, which can be done during a short rest. The weapon must be within your reach throughout the ritual, at the conclusion of which you touch the weapon and forge the bond. Once you have bonded a weapon to yourself, you can't be disarmed of that weapon unless you are incapacitated. If it is on the same plane of existence, you can summon the weapon as a bonus action on your turn, causing it to teleport instantly to your hand. You can have up to 2 bonded weapons, but can summon only one at a time with your bonus action. If you attempt to bond with a third weapon, you must break the bond with one of the other two. It does not say you cannot bond to artifacts or magic weapons, so I would assume that they are fair game.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure there's some caveat to that.
Nope, can be done. I could have
There is a caveat with the freaking hexblade, though.
yeah, the caveat with the hexblade is that it cannot be a artifact.
Or a sentient weapon.
Right, because the whole thing is that you're supposed to have bonded to a sentient weapon to begin with.
Yeah.
Which is why I made the backup character of your hexblade having Maelstrom.
I just wonder what will you do with that character's fucking weapon.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, mine's straight up necromancy for my backup. Which reminds me, I need to change that spell. I forgot about that. Oh! Darn it! I don't have access to it right now. He has it elsewhere. Whoops! I did the thing again. Why did it give you... Never mind, I don't even want to know.
What?
The character that it put in there used an older artwork.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember who it was. The Dragonborn Paladin you did.
Not Dragonborn, Draconian.
Huh? No. From this game.
Nala.
Yeah.
Draconian.
Oh, it was Draconian? Ah, whatever.
Yeah.
Not Dragonkin, Draconian. It's an actual race in the Dragon something campaign setting.
I was gonna say it's not Book of Dragons. I know.
No. It's not Book of Dragons. It's a They're basically corrupted dragons, but the way that Joe ruled it is that because that would make the metallic ones evil and the chromatic ones good. It was weird and dumb, and he just had it. They can be any alignment. They're not made out of ritual. It's just for whatever freak reasoning that happened. When Nala hatched from her egg, she was humanoid.
Yep. You said there's a section in the DMG for making weapons?
Yeah, in the DMG under the magic items, the first few pages are all about making magic items, sentient magic items, and even
I'm gonna
artifacts.
look at that now. Is Mjolnir technically sentient?
Mjolnir does have sentience to it.
Yeah, they actually can choose who fucking wields it.
Because the Mjolnir has a presence within it that judges the character of the person who attempts to lift her.
Alright, let me see. Why am I getting a phone call? Ping me.
Now, or...
Ping. 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 Oh, man. Fucking... I probably should have put one of my stats into just pure freaking dex.
I mean, I don't have any 0 modifiers. My lowest modifier is a 2.
I have 2 0 modifiers.
Because I have 18 strength, 16 dex, 16 con, 15 intelligence, 15 wisdom, and 20 charisma.
In that day.
I ended up ultimately, because I only get +1s, which is kind of annoying, because I rolled 2 17s and 2 18s, and then a 14 and a 12. Am I coming through?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. No, because my mic cuts out for some stupid reason, so if nobody answers, I keep assuming it's not working.
Yeah.
Because that's freaking ridiculous. Anyway, what page do I need to go to?
I have 20 charisma, 15 wisdom. No, 18
I like how both the paladin and the warlock have 20 charisma.
Yeah.
I have a higher charisma than I do a strength.
Oh, man.
Magic items begin on page 135.
Yeah, no, I have it. I was just because I was looking at it and then I had to switch away and I forgot.
I have 17 strength.
Yeah, no, there was a reason. Like right off the bat, I took those 2 weapons for a reason. Boldier and Stormbreaker are the intent of the 2 weapons that I have. The 2 main weapons. I have others that are for throwing as well, but
So you have the tables to roll on, and then after you get through those, there's creating an item. So
when
who
you find
created?
creating, let me know.
142 seems to be the start of that.
On 42?
Yeah, 141, 142 is where that really starts. So it's who created it or was intended to use it, what is a detail from its history, what minor property does it have, what quirk does it have. You have random magic items. And then you get into the actual magic item list, which if you go to the end of that, it'll then start talking about sentient magic items.
Actually, I just thought of probably one of the most practical ways that I could do this.
Also, there's the Hammer of Thunderbolts, which is kind of like Mjolnir already.
Yeah, I know. It's
Sentient
similar.
magic items begin on 214. And it has abilities, communication, senses.
What was you said the Hammer of Thunderbolts, right?
Yes, that's a normal magic item.
Yeah.
The only thing is that it kind of stacks with Belt of Giant Strength and Gauntlets
I
of
know.
Ogre Strength, and makes it kind of redundant
Yeah.
to actually go through. Here it is, the Hammer of Thunderbolts. You gain +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. It's a maul, so it's a 2-handed weapon.
Yep.
Giant's Bane. You must be wearing a Belt of Giant Strength, any variety, and Gauntlets of Ogre Power to attune to this weapon. The attunement ends if you take either of those items. If you take off either of those items while you're attuned to this weapon and holding it, your strength score increases by 4 and can exceed 20 but not 30. When you roll a 20 on an attack roll made with this weapon against a giant, the giant must succeed on a DC 17 saving throw, Constitution saving throw, or die.
Yeah, it's not quite what I'm going for though.
Yeah,
It is similar, but the way I think it would make more
the
sense.
hammer
I
also.
like
The
I
hammer.
am going to do the charges, and what I have in mind.
So the hammer also has 5 charges. While tuned to it, you can expend 1 charge to make a ranged
Okay.
weapon attack with the hammer, hurling it as if it had the thrown property with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet. How the fuck do you throw a maul? If the attack hits, the hammer unleashes a thunderclap audible out to 300 feet. The target and every single creature within 30 feet of it must succeed on a DC 17 Constitution saving throw or be stunned until the end of your next turn.
So the
The
way
hammer
I see
regains
it-
1d4 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn.
So the way I see it, I don't see the point of the charges for throwing. However, the way I see it is because we're doing the actual Stormbreaker and whatnot, I see that as being like spell charges. So I can cast like Fly, or I can cast Call Lightning, or certain things that would make sense for it based off of those abilities. I think the throne would be a base property. I'm not going for the extra strength or anything like that.
No,
or any
I
other
would
stuff.
think that Mjolnir is more about. It would probably be a Warhammer.
Oh yeah,
And
that's what I have, and that's kind of what I'm figuring is a Warhammer, and then in the case of Stormbreaker, it was a battle axe. Is kind of what I figured, because they're both one-handed. They can be
I
used.
really need to
two-handed.
buy some instead of
It
that.
makes perfect sense.
Mm.
But
Also, apparently
I'll talk
Naskell's
to
done
Joe on how
being-
he wants to do it, because I kind of, like I said, I have the base idea to do it in my head. It's just actually doing it I can't do yet.
Yeah.
So And I mean, my character, the whole point of it is straight up damage. I'm not going to be the tank come the end of it. I will be the straight up damage dealer.
I really
So.
wish I could take some freaking medium armor.
Damn.
That probably would have fucking saved my hide a couple times.
Maybe, maybe not.
I would have taken like half the hits I took, and then that.
I mean, first of all, I didn't take a lot of hits, which is whatever. But I didn't take a lot of damage from them either.
Well, you're raging. You take half. Of
Exactly.
Yeah.
I take half from anything but psychic.
Are you really?
Yes, that's the path of the totem warrior.
Ah, Totem
You
Warrior.
bear.
let me see.
Because I know the Berserkers only get resistance to the physical damage.
Yeah, that must be a berserker thing. Mine's straight up anything.
Because, yeah, it's Totem Warrior that gives you extra resistances
Resistances.
on that.
But it's only when I'm raging, which kind of
Yeah.
sucks.
I mean, it's only when you're raging that you get resistance at all.
Yeah. The only thing that
Right.
does suck about this build is I only get 2 rages a day. However, I'm also only planning on raging if I hit lower health to start resisting it. It's going to be an interesting build anyway, but it's...
So you're not putting a whole lot of points into Barbarian.
No, I'm already done. This is
Ah.
all I only wanted 4 for Barbarian.
So you're doing
That's
4
what we said.
Barbarian, and then the rest is going to be Warlock and Bard.
Yep, only 6 into Bard. Because 6th level Xanthar's Bard
So you're
of the
doing
Blade or whatever the heck it is.
10
gives me
level
the fighting
Warlock.
style. Yeah.
6
I might
level
change
Bard,
that a little bit depending on how I
4
feel.
level Barbarian.
but
That's
that's
an
my plan
interesting
right now.
build.
If anything, I'm gonna end up putting more into Bard later, but I don't know yet.
Mm.
I'm gonna see what no matter what I do, I need at least 5th level Warlock and 6th level Bard at minimum. The other 5 levels, I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Fair enough.
So
They're still going shopping, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. I could take the last 5 or 4 of the last 5 in Rogue and get the extra damage if I do the bold year because ranged weapons get it.
I'm probably going to end up needing to take a fucking shield just to live.
If I'm taking 2 weapons, I get an extra point to my AC. I'm surprised the shopping is taking so long. I'm gonna be
It
right back.
depends on what they want to buy.
Nonetheless, I'll be right back.
Well, hope she doesn't get too butthurt because I'm shit at taking notes.
I didn't take any notes. I'll tell her what we went through.
Yeah. I just literally put guild is the DMV in public notes.
Yeah,
Guild
fair
is
enough.
DMV.
Yeah. it
That
is
sounds
the
like
DMV.
hell.
It is.
And I currently just said, fuck them. We just laughed at it.
Yeah, they want to go through like 12 levels of bureaucracy just to get any sort of actual information on why it failed. So, they're just going to send some other group of hapless adventurers into a fortress full of death.
I'm just going to put a note attached to it that says, it is over 50 bandits. At least. Or it might be how they're recruiting bandits. Who knows? Like, we're here, it's like, oh, fuck. Join us or die.
So, anyway, now that I'm back. So what I was kind of thinking, mind you, they're separate taking breaker and
You're
modem
breaking
here.
a lot. You're breaking a
That's
lot.
because my headset sucks and I can't do anything about it.
Do you have another headset that you could use instead?
Yeah, I could use the old one, which was Tin Can.
Oh.
Take your pick.
Tin Can might be preferable because we'd still actually hear you.
I'd prefer it too, because I can hear you guys. So,
Yikes.
yeah. BRB, let me turn down my volume because this is going to be loud.
Probably looking for specific shops.
Please don't whistle. Please do not whistle.
He can't hear us. Just lower his volume.
I put him to 3%.
He actually stopped whistling.
Right when I do that, every time.
But he's gonna be loud with all sorts of stuff going on, so I'm leaving him at 7 until I hear that he's actually back with a headset.
Oh shit! What?
What?
Oh no, I'm trying to figure out when the fucking Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy is coming out for the Switch.
Ah. I think it's already out.
I was trying to find that out.
I can't even hear you guys. Hold on.
No, really. Ugh.
Alright, Sassy McGee.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
That's not showing me. It's just showing me that it fucking came out June 30th, 2017, which was for PlayStation.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I turned them down.
Slim. Yo, bitch ass Slim, can you hear us?
This music's not working out either? What's before? What happened?
Shenanigans.
I'm gonna guess no.
Oh, wait a second.
Shenanigans.
Hello?
What?
Hi.
Fuck it.
There we go. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Sound distant as fuck.
Yeah, different headset.
Shitty headset, you mean?
Yeah,
Both are
well, they're
shitty.
both. Yeah, I was gonna say they're both shitty. There's nothing I can do about it.
The options are constant, able to hear him, but he sounds like he's talking through a tin can, or he will break up constantly.
It's either one or the
So
other.
we're opting for the actual ability to communicate.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So what I was kind of thinking for the Stormbreaker and Mjolnir, obviously they're two separate weapons. They're both gonna have basically the same, because they're the same freaking weapon. They're both gonna get that throne property of 2060, because I think that makes the most sense. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give them charges.
Oh, it did come out.
Fly, I think would make sense. Hey!
I'm serious, guys. You better have taken good notes.
I mean, I have the best notes.
I mean, are they better than mine, though?
I have literally everything we
No, he
did
literally
perfectly
has-
recorded.
Awesome.
So everything
Also,
that happened in
it's
this
just
chat was
basically the
recorded.
DMV. Oh wait.
Now, of course, I don't have Nastral's thing, so Nastral is probably in trouble.
I'm not in trouble.
Actually, it's a good thing that his stuff wasn't recorded because his stuff is private.
That's true too. You wouldn't know.
I recorded it in my own notes, but again, it's like enough for me to understand and remember what happened, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And that's what's the important thing.
Yeah.
Basically, all of his stuff is redacted.
And
Oh,
Lily, do you know what the DMV is? Department of Motor Vehicles.
The driving license.
Driving place.
Yes, the driving
it's-
place.
Yeah, it's literally where you go to go crazy.
It's where you go to
Yeah,
die
I
of
saw it.
boredom.
Bang, and Sheldon was home. So.
But is it as bad in Europe? That's the thing.
Well, we're not in Europe, are we?
No.
That's why I'm asking Lily.
Or you could ask the American that went there before.
Shut up, Derek. Nobody asked you.
All right, fine.
Well-
Don't ask the guy that actually has information that can tell you.
Lily lives there, and she has.
And
Yeah,
I already
something like that.
been there before.
Anyway.
And I
tangent.
blank.
Off track, guys.
Yeah, horribly
Okay,
off
everyone-
track.
No, let's get back to the game. Let's get back to the game.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Connect Edonic.
So, first of all, my pizza just came. So, I
Okay,
want pizza.
never mind. We're going to eat.
Okay,
We're gonna
break
take
time
this
instead. Everybody, get back off track.
That's why.
Get the most off track.
I bring it back on track just to get
I
off
mean,
track.
I've
Well,
literally
yeah, but I would have
started
had to wait to explain that we're taking a break.
Well,
By the way, you did get back on track.
Anyway,
I've literally started off my notes, so if no one can even get on track, there is no bloody track.
okay.
What is
so,
a track?
Libby, the DMV is so inefficient, so boring, and so terrible, and the people working there have no souls left. They look like husks working there.
They actually want to die. All right, so I'm gonna go get pizza. I'll be back in a little bit. I'll be deafened, so if you need me, ping me.
Okay, I'm gonna get pizza myself.
I'm gonna get something to snack on.
All right. So
Hello.
we are back. However, I'm going to explain to the other group that was not with Lucas and Aromi. Actually no. Yeah, right before you guys got back, he would have summoned a chocobo, and
you could just
is
said
current. Yeah,
Alright.
I know.
I already made a wisdom save to say that's awesome or what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Very
Basically,
emphasis, what the fuck is that?
yeah. Basically, he's riding on a chocobo.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, to me, chocobos have always been giant chickens. Ascar is obsessed with chickens. Yeah, this all checks out to me.
Yes.
I have no
They're
questions.
They're absolutely just
Where
giant
the-
chickens.
Where the fuck did you find this?
Just way more intelligent.
I'm gonna kind of lick my lips a little bit.
Why though?
Like, subtly.
Because chocobos are
It's
delicious.
a giant chicken!
Yes,
No.
but it's intelligent.
Have you ever
It's
eaten
like
a
trying to eat
chocobo?
horse.
Horse is good too.
You will not eat my dreams.
Don't piss off the druid, my friend.
I'm
Don't
not
piss
going
with the one
to.
who could summon
But if we
chocobo.
happen to encounter a wild chocobo that is not his,
No,
Good luck
you
with that.
won't.
Good luck with that, because they're fast.
They're incredibly fast. Even
Yeah,
if you try to hit
that's
me.
like the whole point. Those things are ridiculously fast.
Like
Especially
if they know
if
that
it's
they're
golden.
if they know they're endangered, they're gonna run.
anyways,
They probably have the speed of 90.
so
Not 90, probably like 60.
I have a shopping list.
Cool. I have an answer to that shopping list.
It's mostly basic stuff. I don't think you'll have a problem with anything. I want to pick up a fishing tackle,
Okay.
a grappling hook,
Okay.
a bag of ball bearings,
Okay.
5 sets of manacles,
Okay.
and I was looking at containers for putting heads into.
All right then. I'm gonna say all the stuff before the head cases is gonna cost you like 10 gold.
That's a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to cost, but cool.
It's cheap.
Awesome. 10
I'm
gold,
going to
so...
get some studded leather armor and a shield.
No,
The most expensive thing on that list was a grapple.
yeah, I know.
What was the thing that you're getting, Nick?
I'm getting studded leather armor since I can't wear medium armor yet, and
All right, that's gonna be a bit more. Studded leather armor, I believe, is 75.
65.
65. All right. 65 and
And
50 for the
shield.
shield. Yeah, shield is 50.
so it's
So,
50
I
plus
need-
what?
65 plus 50, so 115.
Okay, 115. That's easy.
Ball bearings. 1,000 ball bearings in a bag. I'm now Bo.
However, for the cases of heads, or cases for heads, each one is probably going to be a custom-made thing, and it's going to be 5 gold per case.
5 gold per case. How many heads could I fit in a case?
1.
No, you see,
We're not
that's...
trying to display. It's
We're not
for-
looking for a display case being morbid fucks. We're looking for a container that can hold a lot of
Yeah,
heads.
I understand what I understand what you're going for. You can't make a huge case that isn't just going to be a crate.
Oh, did we get the cash for the goblin ears?
No, that's in a different town.
Yeah,
Damn
it is
it.
in a different town.
Damn it.
Could I get a studded leather armor that's +1, or is that not possible?
That's not possible right now.
Okay.
Well, if he can't get that, I'm assuming a bag of holding is out of the question.
Good God, yeah. So I'm just saying this right now. Magic items are not going to be sold at all. You have to find those.
Cool. Fishing tackle. Let me just get the things that I've already paid for. How heavy
You
would a
guys
barrel
have
full of heads actually be?
a barrel full of heads?
Yeah.
Well, how big is the barrel? Is it gonna be like kind of like a 50-gallon drum kind of thing?
40 gallon.
Okay, 40 gallon. Uh,
Basic barrel.
I'd say 20.
20 pounds?
Oh, not 20 pounds, 20 heads.
Oh, yeah. 20 heads? Okay. So, we
I don't really
have...
care if they're like crushed up and shit.
Well, wait.
Oh.
We have 2 horses.
Yeah,
Can we get a wagon?
you could. It's gonna be a lot slower.
Well, I was thinking we have we have 2 horses. Each horse you could probably affix 2 barrels to.
I wouldn't go that far.
Or 1 barrel then.
Yeah, one.
That's
barrel.
still 40 heads.
Yeah.
I'm
that is
sure that'll
40.
get us a decent reward. So 2 barrels that would be empty when I get them is like what, 2 gold a piece? I'm going off the adventuring gear list.
A head, I believe we agreed was 100 gold per bandit.
He's asking how much the barrels are.
Yeah, I'm talking about the
Oh,
barrels.
Yeah.
A plain old barrel would just be 2 gold.
Yeah, okay, so I'll
Yeah,
spend the extra
that's
4
super.
gold to pick up 2 barrels, and we can put 1 on each of the horses.
Okay. 40 heads. That's like
400 gold.
that's not 400 gold. That's 4,000 gold.
4,000 gold, my bad.
Yay, math.
Steve, you keep missing a 0.
I keep missing a 0 too.
What's
I-
But in the
hilarious is
opposite
there's
direction.
another.
Mm.
What is it? What is it that I keep adding an extra 0 to everything, Steve? Is that
You
what
kept
we're-
making hundreds into thousands. Everything was thousands for a time. It was so stupid.
Okay, let's get back on track.
So let's see. I've added in. I have my ball bearings. I have my fishing tackle. I need to add in the grappling hook.
You know, I'm gonna get a grappling hook as well. How much was that?
I believe I said that was 70 gold.
7 or 70?
7.
Okay.
Good God, 70 gold for a grappling hook?
I was about to say, holy fuck.
It'd have to be like a
Is it
really
mithril?
ornate fucking yeah.
It's it's gold covered and everything.
God, how far could I throw a mithril grappling hook?
Probably really far. Those are light.
Yeah, I know. They weigh nothing.
Yet they have a strong, they're strong material.
3, 4,
You
5.
could kill someone with that.
Yeah, you could.
Weapon.
And then you said it was an extra 4 gold for the thing.
Yeah.
791. Okay. I've spent almost nothing.
Is that all the shopping done, or does people want other stuff?
Not unless I can make my axe.
Oh, wait, I did have 2 other things I want to buy. A battle axe and a dagger.
I believe dagger is 4 gold.
I can look. Weapons, dagger, 2 gold.
2 gold.
2 gold.
A battle axe is 10, so I'm looking at an extra 12.
Yeah, 12 gold.
So 7.
Just
7
FYI, guys, if you're gonna buy any weapons that aren't gonna be custom made or anything, just go off the books and just tell me that you're buying it, and then.
I kind of figured, but you know, I figured I would tell you my
Yes,
whole
I'm glad
thing.
that you did. So
battle
from now
axe.
on, you guys can go off the books and just tell me that you bought
But
something.
has
Alrighty.
anybody gotten Nashville the books?
What?
Derek, do you have the books yet? Did anybody give them to you?
I have the player's handbook and then the Xanathar's guide to everything.
Ah, that's good enough.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
all you really need.
Those are the 2 main books that we use. Next,
I don't think I have anything else I really need right now.
okay. Also, as a update to all of you guys, this campaign is going to be a lot different. There is going to be a lot of story, but it's going to develop very, very slowly. So you guys are going to have a lot of time to just do some basically side quests.
Yeah.
If you notice, I have a DMV for a reason.
You have a what?
I have a DMV,
A DMV.
the guild,
Mm.
the adventuring guild.
You noticed the notes, didn't you?
I didn't. Where are the notes?
We called it the DMV when he was talking to us with
know.
it.
I know, it's just that I put that in the notes. Guilds are basically the DMV.
Yeah,
yes,
he
yes,
called-
you did say that.
They just titled that now. Okay. The question is, first go to the merchants or see if there's any other job that doesn't involve death by bandits and goblins.
Well, we should probably go to the Merchants Guild because if we can convince them to spare a few healing potions, some people, looking at Varian, might not die as quickly.
Yeah.
Especially when they're far away from me and I can't heal them. Looking again at Varian.
Well,
Well, to be fair, I didn't suspect a giant artillery barrage of birds. that
Yes,
explode
and I'm
on
sure you didn't
contact.
expect the wall to fall on you. My point is that should you be caught in that situation again, you should have a healing potion.
And also to be punched, basically puffed out by a giant. mist thing.
Yes. Anyways, to the Merchant Guild.
Yay! It's
who
going to
the
be.
guild?
Who knows? Maybe the fact
5
that
hours of waiting later. You guys are all skeletons. Undead campaign, yay.
I'm down.
I kind of want to do that now.
New characters. You just
Sexy
died by
undead
wind.
paladin.
No.
Unfortunately not. Necrophilia is one of the banned things.
Yeah.
Still necrophilia, no matter what.
No amount of feeling inside of the word necrophilia is going to make it better.
Okay, so I have everything that I need. I probably have a couple of extra actions on this now too.
You probably waited till it was cold. The body was cold. That's where you went wrong.
Oof.
Derek has practice.
Indeed.
I mean, he is a rogue.
The dude form is a fucked up place. I mean, the thieves can't. What is this dude form you speak of?
Anyways,
Thinking of you.
Anyway,
getting back to the game and away from that topic as quickly as possible.
So you guys go to the Merchants Guild. What exactly are you trying to do at the Merchants Guild?
So we were hoping that because Anna is well known in Feldsmast as a war hero from the Civil War, that we might be able to get a couple healing potions.
Okay.
and I'm
So,
trying to basically smooth over the process by being persuasive.
okay. Arriving at the Merchants Guild, which is actually right across the road from the Adventuring Guild, it's a fairly ornate building. It's got some fancy attire, or not decor in the front. The main doors are double doors. They're made of solid oak and birch. There's got some pillars that are holding up the upper offices above the main entrance. Lots of plants and greenery in the area as well. And going into the front door, which is unlocked, there is a main foyer which has a waiting area off to the left side and a receptionist up front with a little kiosk.
Okay. So we're gonna walk up to the kiosk and that stuff.
Okay, you walk up, and the receptionist puts up a finger while she's writing down something on a piece of parchment to signify that you need 1 moment to wait. And as she finishes writing down her notes, she looks up from her paper and looks up to Anastasia. Haha.
I don't know why you keep calling me that.
Because I can,
I'm not a red-haired Russian girl.
but
That's
it's
Natasha.
funny. That
Not
would
really.
No, that was Anastasia.
Was it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's also Natasha because Natasha Romanoff. But either way, she looks up and sees Anna and says, "Yes, how may I help all of you?"
We were hoping we could procure a few potions of healing off of you.
Do you have an appointment?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, you son of a bitch! You should have let me talk about that. Could you fucking deceive him?
They're gonna
so
know it.
right off the bat, she's gonna sigh and say, "All right, well, we have a sign-in sheet here. Could you at least sign in your name so we know who you are and
Of course,
tell
dear.
us,
Fucking
tell
silent
us the reason?" Yeah, they have sign-in sheets.
I fill out
She asks
everything.
that of each of you.
Okay. Varian son's name. Patiently and quietly.
Are any of you going to try and deceive and not write your names?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anyone else with us?
I
No,
think we're kind
I
of
think all-
keeping the whole party together at this
Yeah, I
point.
think the whole party is together at this point.
Okay. No one waited outside to just talk and not deal with the shit.
I mean, you guys can if you want to.
Yeah, if you don't want to deal with the bureaucracy, you can let Anna and Varian deal with
Yay,
this.
bureaucracy.
Do they like my chickens when I walk in with them? That's
Your
probably-
chickens probably have to wait outside. They're kind of like
So I read outside too.
whatever. You wait outside.
He's like, you just
Oh,
Yeah,
wait outside, too.
druid and normal society, not a good mix.
It's
All right.
entertaining.
So Nastro, you do not sign your action. What do you sign?
Nestor?
Hello.
Derek?
Oh, I heard a buzz.
I think Burke is right.
Hello. So what do you sign instead of your actual name?
Go with some offhand name that I haven't heard of, because I don't know names in D&D just yet.
Well,
You can just
Just
come
come
up
up
with
with-
a name right
I was
now.
gonna say just
What?
come up with a name. Just say something off the top of your head.
Buzz Killington.
Okay, Buzz Killington.
Right.
All right, that's not a dead giveaway at all. So
This is not a name.
Do you want help with that deception?
I'm gonna say because he is signing, he has to do this by himself. And you would roll deception.
This wouldn't be sleight of
No.
hand.
No.
Sleight of
that's a
hand
good
would be
point.
to write in like an unknown language, maybe, or to write so
Fair.
sloppily it can't be written.
Fair.
Re-
However, this would
read,
this is
I
still
mean?
deception because he's trying to.
Yeah,
imply
he's
it was a fake name. Anyways,
yeah.
doesn't matter. So taking the sheet back from all of you, she looks over each name. Actually states saying, Anna the Paladin. I believe I've actually heard of you. You said you don't have an appointment.
no, not today.
Okay. Well, we can assign you an appointment within the next couple days, but most of our proprietors are currently busy. You could go to one of our storefronts and ask around there, but your best bet would be waiting and getting an appointment here.
I'll take the appointment and check with the storefront.
All right.
Just a question. Would my position of privilege be of any use? Yeah.
What exactly is your position of privilege?
Thanks to your noble birth, people are inclined to think the best of you. You're welcome in high society, and people assume you have the
no!
Oh,
A war hero
mean-
and a noble.
I mean, you could do that if you want to name drop.
I don't really want to name drop myself.
All right. Well, that's your decision. You
I mean-
can or cannot. It's up to you.
Are you gonna tell any of the party you're gonna do this beforehand?
Sufficient chicken men are waiting outside.
That's a full dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have a new nickname for the pair of you.
Fried foods.
Strips.
Ah,
Fish
strips.
and chicken strips.
Fish and chips.
It's a strip.
Fish and chips. Oh,
You guys
my
are
God.
horrible.
Getting off track.
Jesus
We're getting
Christ.
off
But that's a joke. It's funny. All right.
I think I would
track. And so any of our party members beforehand.
yeah, I would.
That is a bad idea.
Why?
Remember, this is where the resistance was. nobles were not part of the.
Well, no, I think he's more from the aristocracy around the ones that were on the rebellion side.
I was on the rebellion side.
Okay, then go ahead.
Okay.
She's not
Um,
imperial.
Okay.
I don't know what to say though. How do you
Oh
name
boy,
her?
Don't you know who I am? I don't know.
I don't think she's that kind
Yeah,
of
you-
person.
Can you please expedite this for me? My name is so and so from the house of blah blah blah.
I like that the noble doesn't know how to be noble.
I have no idea.
I mean, it makes sense considering you're a monk.
I was gonna say she is a monk. How much time did she spend in high class society?
Probably like 3-4 years.
Whereas a paladin
Most.
knows how to be a war hero.
I mean, you're a paladin.
I know.
God.
I'm just gonna look for reception.
How about this? Make a persuasion check, and whatever you get, just start talking.
Oh fuck. This is
Can
not-
I help her?
Yeah, sure.
Add advantage to it since I am good. I have a check in persuasion.
I mean,
Well,
that's not bad.
That's good. It
You
would have been
dropped the fucking
awesome
three.
if you got a fucking 3, but yeah. So, you walk up to the front desk, and the receptionist looks up to you and says, "Can I help you?"
yeah, I was just wondering if there was anywhere we could see someone a little bit sooner.
What is it? Wait, what is the title of your family? And then would you have told it to Varian?
No. It doesn't have much out.
Damn.
My name is Romy Under.
You're one of the Unvariants. Well, I can try to speak to one of my superiors about this, but the rules are the rules, unfortunately.
I do appreciate that.
We can try to expedite this as much as we possibly can. Try and fit you in maybe tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow would be perfect. Yeah.
All right. Well, give me just a moment.
Of course.
She gets up and goes over to the staircase and rings a bell that is hanging from the side of the wall. And one of the other attendants in the area comes down the stairs, and they start speaking in hushed voices. The attendant after a few minutes rushes upstairs, and the receptionist comes back and says, "We're getting one of the schedulers right now. We'll try and get you in as soon as possible, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be any time tomorrow morning. Probably sometime in the afternoon."
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon should be absolutely fine for.
I feel like an actual fucking receptionist for a doctor's office, and I hate it.
Welcome to hell, Joe. You made it that.
But you know what? I also kind of love it because she's being awkward. The quote-unquote bellboy comes back down with a large book and places it in front of the receptionist. And she starts leafing through pages. And after a few moments, she traces down the page and knocks on an empty block and says, "We can fit you in around noon tomorrow?"
We're just gonna turn around to the others and noon tomorrow. Any good for anyone?
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Perfect. Noon
I'll
tomorrow.
let him name down.
What?
All right.
What? Oh, Destro, you're very low. What?
I said, I whispered to the crowd, I don't even see the point of us having to put our names down if this is just gonna happen like that.
We'd still have to put our names and be put on the list anyway.
Because you still have to
Basically,
sign
names-
in.
Yeah, you're putting your names down as a bureaucracy.
Joke's on them. I'm not really Buzz Killington.
Do you say this out loud?
No, I say that to the whisper in the group.
Okay, fair.
I'm still whispering to the group.
That's
Okay,
fair.
I'm going to have to frickin' take that involuntary frickin' facepalm.
Oh, are you seriously?
Yeah, because then
All right.
you just whispered that to us, and it's like,
So from now on, anytime that you feel great disappointment and you make a face bomb, you immediately involuntarily cast that spell.
So, should I make a wisdom save to against
You
that?
have to make you have to make a wisdom save.
Okay, God.
Well, you're fine, but
You
yeah.
see, like, his hand.
also I'm just gonna say this: the more times per day you do it, the higher the DC.
Oh God.
So eventually, it's gonna become like impossible for you to pass.
So what exactly happens if you face bomb? I'm curious about
It's
that.
very, very loud.
No,
Everyone
it
is
alerts
600
everyone within 600 feet of his disappointment.
What the fuck?
Yes.
That's a weird thing to put in.
It's just a cantrip. It's just a simple little silly cantrip,
Gotcha.
That's basically part of my character now.
and it will absolutely ruin stealth.
So you
He
have to stop saying stupid shit to frickin' bury it when you're sneaking around.
put it in, I
sneaking
think,
around.
mostly because Anna.
Yes.
I'm just hiding in plain sight is all.
And then Various like has his hand 3 centimeters from his fucking forehead. Is like.
Yeah,
Anyway, let's continue.
that went about as well as I thought it would. So at this point, you guys are done. I don't know where else you were going to try and go.
I would
Probably
fight
to
the
the bar.
pub.
The pub. All right. So like
The pub!
almost all other cities in the world, this is a tavern inn. It's a simple building. There are a few in town, others out in the outskirts, but there's one actually right in the thoroughfare in the crossroads. It's called the. Let's see, which one am I going to use this time? The Penny Pence.
What?
Penny pence.
Yes, the Penny Pence.
Does that mean it's cheap?
No.
Possibly.
Actually, it's the
No,
opposite.
it's literally the ritziest inn you've ever seen in your entire life.
You just wrote for that, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
No, he's making a joke.
How do you know? It could be made of solid gold. It's not.
It's made of solid jokium.
Ha ha.
This is not Nintendlium. And anyway, let's continue
Unobtainium.
on.
Anyways, getting inside the tavern portion of the inn, there is no one in here. There's maybe 1 or 2 patrons in the far sides in booths, but they seem to be discussing stuff amongst themselves. There's one bartender who is lazily cleaning the counter. However, on the far side of the room, there's an entrance into the quote-unquote inn reception, where there is a jovial dwarf waiting at
Actually, before Anna leaves the Merchant Guild, I did say I wanted to go and check with the storefront, just in case they did have any potions.
Well, here's the problem. Storefront closes at a certain time of day.
And that time has passed, I would think.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those DMV situations where they close at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Like a bunch of dumbasses.
Yeah.
Oh, so the store's already closed by the time we get out of there.
Oh god, yeah.
Alrighty.
We could
Fuck
check
'em.
in the morning. Anyway,
So, getting back to the current present situation, what do you guys do? It is
Barry
a
needs a
tavern.
fucking drink. Barry
Yeah.
needs a fucking drink.
All right, there is a tavern, and then there is the receptionist for the inn,
Who's gonna have
probably the owner.
to
All right. Just FYI, it is currently 5 o'clock.
Okay.
somewhere.
You mean 8 o'clock?
Ha ha ha.
No, he means in-game,
Oh,
dumbass.
in-game. Oh, okay.
I think we should try to pull a ruse and see if we can get this place cheaper.
Oh,
I
you-
mean,
You don't
I'm
even
not
know
gonna
the
be.
prices yet.
I'm not gonna be staying in an inn. I'm gonna go back to the cathedral where I have a room. Because my
I'm
faith
staying- I'm
shelters
staying,
me.
and Barry just goes, I'm staying right over there in the inn part.
Now, of course, if one of you
Yeah,
doesn't want to
Barry-
pay for a room, there's
Barry's like,
always a
"I'm not
night with
giving
Anna.
shit." Barry immediately goes to the bar.
By the way, the cathedral is actually an inverted building. There is no above ground area. It's all just dungeons.
No, that's not true. It has at least one floor at the top for its regular ceremony and to have the orgy pit.
But that's the thing. It's an orgy pit, not a room.
No, considering it's a cathedral, they probably gave it its own room.
Ugh.
Oh god.
So I have a plan. I don't care about prices as long as I can just slash it down. I think, Aurora, you and I head up to the desk and see if I can act like you're the ambassador. I'm just helping you move around. See if I get a room cheaper.
Do I hear this at all?
Make your perception check.
Oh god.
Against their stealth?
It's not even stealth. It's just me having a conversation with.
I'm already at the bar and thing.
Wouldn't it be like persuasion?
Nat
I-
20!
Yes, he hears it.
Does that
So
say?
I was gonna say you hear, so
Yeah, that's why I made the wisdom save.
He's not safe from face palming.
Oh, got it.
How is that? That's a perfectly good plan. That's
I'm, I'm just gonna say this right now. Yes, you do save, but you wouldn't next time.
Ooh,
Very easy
don't
already.
face palming. Don't face palming.
You see, like, please just. I'm going to just get as much drink and just fucking pass out in a room. Actually, he just goes and buys a room now. Fuck it, he's gonna buy a room now so he can pass out into it later.
Okay, so
How
you're
much
gonna
is for a
try.
room?
I'm gonna listen in on to the
You're-
conversation.
You're
Okay.
just getting one for yourself.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with these guys.
So walking up to the reception booth, you talk to the dwarf, who immediately hops up onto his chair and says, "Hello. Might I ask who is accompanying you today?"
I'm just getting a room for myself.
All right. In that case, you're going to be going for a single bedroom.
Yes.
All right. In that case, it'll be 5 gold a night.
Okay. He pays the 5 gold.
All right. Just
And
the one night.
Just for one night.
All right. He hops up off of his chair and goes to the back area of his reception and takes down a ring of keys and fumbles through one and gives you yours.
Taking that, looking at the number, and heads to the bar.
All right.
And I thank him in Dwarvish.
Oh, okay. He responds saying, "It's nice to hear my own tongue sometimes."
Is the
In
one
Dwarvish,
running
I
the
say,
bar?
Sometimes the other languages are better.
There's
Someone's
no one at the
calling
bar.
me.
I thought there was a lazy barkeep.
I mean, yes, but there's
No
no
one's
one
sitting
like
there.
sitting there.
Alright.
I bet you differ. I'm sitting there.
I mean, you know.
So I head up to the counter and see that he's Dwarvish. So I talk in Dwarvish, ask him if he knows any information on the area outside of this city.
The dwarf is going to raise his eyebrows and say, in Dwarvish, "You want to go in whispers for this?"
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yay, side conversations. Me and Mucky have been having one for a good, well, me and Askar have been having one for a while now.
Have you just been
Barry
PMing?
is like on the verge of just face bombing so hard that people in the next building can hear him. And his
So, he
disappointment.
said 600 feet. He's probably
Yeah.
a little bit farther than
Half the town is gonna hear you.
I'll be right back.
Cantrip. Involuntary action.
Well, more reaction.
I mean, fair. Involuntary reaction.
I should get a room, now that I think about it.
I'm not getting a room. I'm gonna go find a body of water.
I mean, you can do that.
Wait, what?
I mean, like I said,
This person.
if one of you doesn't want to spend money on a room, Anna always has free space in her bed.
Yeah. What do you think about chickens in bed?
I mean, the chickens would probably have to stay outside the cathedral.
Then
What happened? Someone going into the orgy pit or something?
well, they don't allow chickens apparently.
Look, chickens
get
are not going to
creepy.
be allowed indoors in many places.
Guess I will get a room in the inn as well.
You're just gonna be in the barn with them.
No.
I mean, depending on how classy a place this is, they may not allow chickens inside the inn.
Oh my god.
I mean, you might be able to persuade.
I'm going to
Yeah.
find something.
12 charisma is speaking.
Bye, Nick.
Oh no, I'm looking at something on YouTube.
Have fun.
Yeah, Anna's probably at the bar with Romy.
Yeah, Remy's
It's been
trying
a
to get the
long
attention
day.
of this really busy bartender.
Might as well join you.
No.
Why not?
I mean, Anna doesn't have anything against the chickens. It's just that most public places are going to be like, animals stay outside. You're going to have a hard time fighting places.
Chickens.
What's that?
I know what I will do.
Polymorph them into something else, like a dog?
No. I'm going to tell them they should wait outside the window.
Or you could do that.
Besides, I don't think I have polymorph.
No, that's a 7th level spell, I believe.
Level 4.
Polymorph is only level 4?
Polymorph is level 4.
That was 5. Oh, okay. You meant
No, it definitely is a level 4.
Is it true polymorph that's the next one?
Level 9.
Which one's masked then? That's another one.
There's not a mass polymorph.
Pretty sure there is.
There is Miss Polymorph.
Probably also level 9.
That may be a
It's level 9.
Xanathos.
Yeah, they're both level 9.
It is Xenophon.
Yeah.
Bard, sorcerer, wizard.
Yep, mass polymorph.
Bard, warlock, wizard.
Up to 10 creatures of your choice that you can see within range.
We're back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Joe,
I'm at the bar now.
how does the barkeep or the one in charge react to my chickens?
Small ones, he's seeing weirder things. Big chicken, it's a horse, it needs to stay outside.
The big chicken would be gone by now.
Okay, cool. I didn't know how long it lasted.
An hour.
Okay, yeah, it'd be gone by now. He doesn't really mind the chickens as long as they don't, poop.
Make a mess. Anyway, how much for basically a keg by now? Jesus Christ.
This is getting an entire keg. That depends. What size keg are you talking?
Just a personal one, really.
I know.
That's
Personal
like,
keg?
Yeah.
That'd basically be like a gallon drum. He'd say 12 gold.
Okay.
Do they have anything stronger than just basic mead and ale?
Yeah, I should have asked that first.
He says, well, I've got a few things in the back here, but most shelf-worthy wines are pretty heavy. I've got a couple whiskeys that you might be interested in.
Ooh.
What exactly are you looking for?
Whiskey sounds amazing.
Okay, well,
Ditto.
I've got a brandy whiskey here, which is made by our friends up in the mountains, the dwarves. I also have
Good stuff.
Dwarven
also
whiskey,
have,
how much?
Well, that's 5 gold a cup.
I'll take a cup.
All right. He pours it out.
Varian
And,
takes
uh,
3.
It steams a little bit. It seems to be pretty hot to the touch. And gulping it down, it tastes slightly like cranberries, but also has a kick of a rum aftertaste. But it burns going down.
Yeah.
It's a whiskey.
I'm also having
How much
one.
was it?
5
gold.
apiece. Or 5 a cup.
Okay, 15 gold there.
What's the bartender's race?
He is actually a mix. He is half human, half dwarf.
Ah.
I know it starts with a G. I just don't remember what it's called.
Half human, half dwarf?
Yes.
He's a no. No.
No. That was,
Whoa, that's...
Gnomes are tiny.
I know.
No, I believe it's like a golem or a gulk or something like that. It's weird. It's a weird name.
No.
I'm gonna look it up because I want to know.
Please, let's continue.
Yes.
What
I'm
does
already looking it
water
up.
cost me?
Continue on.
So anyone else getting some drinks?
Varian
want to get
bought
water.
3. Varian bought 3.
Just out of curiosity, Joe, where's the nearest body of water that's big enough to sleep in? AKA water. There's people.
There's the horse troughs outside.
Probably don't
Not
want to
really
sleep
what
in
I
there.
like a
Water
find a
fountain.
leak or something.
There might be a water fountain in the middle of town.
Is that like would I get kicked out of town for sleeping in it though?
That's a great question.
Let's find out.
It might be very metallic, considering people throw coins in there.
You're gonna wake up to people throwing coins onto you.
Yeah. That doesn't sound like a good idea. So,
Sleep in the bathtub.
like, no, seriously though, Joe, is there like a lake or stream or a pond or something near town? Like right on the outskirts or anything?
You could ask around for like a pond that might be good.
I'll ask
Dude,
the barkeep
should I make
first.
a constitution saving throw against being drunk?
Yes, absolutely.
With a keg? Yeah.
No, not a keg. 3 freaking whiskeys.
Either way.
Yeah,
I can
either
ask-
way.
How many times or just once?
Just once.
I got a 15.
Yeah, no, you fail.
That's dwarven stuff,
So-
man.
Really have much of an effect on you. But by the third one, you're slurring your words.
I asked the bartender if there's a big old water source or body of water nearby for a friend.
Okay.
Indoor
Great question. So he's going to say, I don't know much about a pond. There is a river far to the north of here that runs parallel to Tor Lake. It's maybe like 20 miles outside of town.
That's,
Yeah, that's probably not worth it. Yeah, your best bet is sleep in the
Just
fucking bathtub.
getting a tub and then filling it with water.
You can always ask one of the fishermen in the area.
Oh, there's fishermen? Perfect. I'm gonna go find a fisherman. Because get late.
So the dwarf says to you before you leave, I know a couple folk that work down in the Jesus Christ, near the outskirts of town. They tend to be pretty adamant fishermen. They're not fishermen by trade, but they do it as a hobby. They might know some good spots.
That seems kind of sketchy for a fish guy to go talk to a bunch of fishermen, though.
I mean, hey, to each their own.
I'm still big enough that it's
A
obvious
record.
not food.
He also has a bunch of weapons on him. Do you really
Yeah.
want to fight that?
Exactly. If they really want to fight,
He's a big buff
Yeah.
fish. I think they're gonna know not to fuck with him.
Or see it as a bigger challenge. But, you know, who's to say?
Yeah.
They're fishermen, not fucking whalers.
They're not whalers. They're not poachers.
You never know.
So.
Legit
did he say
expect
where the
every one of
fishermen
them to
hang
have a
out? I
harpoon.
missed that.
What?
Did he say where the fishermen usually hang out at?
Outskirts of town.
Perfect. Can I go find fishermen?
Make an investigation check.
I'm too drunk to freaking say anything.
Investigation.
Yeah. So after like getting directions a couple times from the guards, they point you in the correct direction, and getting near the wall palisade, there's a couple slums, not a lot, but like a couple buildings that are obviously they got some fishing nets, some fishing boats, and some fairly obvious fishermen that are netting their boats.
Perfect. So I'll walk up to them.
A
It's
couple of them look up to you and say, "Ahoy there! What can we do for you?"
So I'm searching for a
Whoops.
body of water big enough to sleep in that isn't gonna piss off the local townsfolk.
So you're not hiding the fact that you're a fish, correct?
Oh no, not at all.
So, having not really looked at you fully, after being asked that question, they look up to you and a little bit of shock. They go, I'm sorry, but why?"
I prefer to sleep in water or whatever humanly possible.
Whatever humanly possible.
Whenever humanly possible, ha ha ha. They're gonna look to each other and say, "What are you?"
A fish, obviously.
I'm a Triton. I'm an inhabitant. Now I'm gonna pull up the map. Hold on. I
Up
can't
Poseidon.
remember that.
Thor Lake.
I'm
No,
Poseidon.
not that one. That's not where I'm from.
Just tell him you're a god of water.
I am
He's a
from.
descendant of Neptune.
Neptune.
I am from Eldishbur. That word. I cannot pronounce it.
You can always just say Eld,
Eld. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
but most people know Eldisphere by Eld.
Okay. Well then, perfect.
All right. So they say, "Oh, you're one of those people."
What do you
That's,
mean, those people?
Well,
He means fish.
No, not those. Not that. I mean, like, those people are usually more. Think of like Eastern Europe. They usually have very thick accents, but in this part, it's like they're literally segregated because they're from another continent, almost another continent.
Yeah.
We've never seen one of your ilk. Why exactly have you come here?
Work has brought me here.
Could we, he's gonna look very awkwardly and say, are there more of you?
Here? Not that I'm aware of.
Are they all smart and can they talk?
Oh my god.
You've
Alright.
become a game now.
Okay, now we're playing this game. I'm gonna pull out one of the daggers. It's like, you really want to keep this going? Yes, we are all smart enough to talk. We are intelligent beings. Now, where can I find a body of water? Yes, I'm kind of intimidation checking this.
Yes, please do that.
Because, yeah, barbarian fish people.
Yeah, you intimidate them.
You're a mad fish.
So they're just gonna go, "All right, it was just curiosity. You don't need to do that." There's a couple areas that you could find some water. Near the mountains to the east, to the west, not east. Probably about 3 or 4 miles out of town. There's a good little pond. We usually go there for some light fishing.
Now I'll just pull it and I kind of twirl it in my hand, pop it back in my wherever I was holstering it. I'll call it thanks and just walk away.
They're gonna look at each other and just kind of like,
Okay.
like not understand what the fuck just happened, and then very nervously go back to re-netting their bets.
Perfect, it worked. And I'll go back to the bar at this point because.
All right. And
And
hopefully
you
not
see-
drown.
And
Yeah.
you see a freaking drunk Varian.
Varian's drunk, Romy and
that was a fun conversation.
Romy and
Yay,
Anna are
racism.
having just casual conversation.
So I walk up to, I'll walk up to probably Anna at this point.
Okay.
Just like, so I will not be staying in town. There is a, what is it? It was a pond, correct?
Yeah, it's a pond.
There's a pond about 3 miles outside of town. That is where I will be staying.
This is making me really want to go fishing in Final Fantasy.
Maybe you'll catch a Triton.
Actually, I did catch a pretty big fish recently.
So yeah. Anyway, I'll tell Anna that just so somebody knows where I'm at.
Okay.
Alrighty. I suppose
So-
I'll tell the sober ones of the group that.
Cool. I think at this point we're gonna call it quits for the day.
Okay.
I'll leave
Uh,
sober.
The question is,
Yeah.
can I make a performance check? Can I make a performance check? Because I was going to just make Varian sing this song. Let me just.
Oh,
I'm-
great. We're getting songs now.
I'm just gonna head out.
I'm gonna
So where I'm
end the
staying.
recording here.